All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Supermarket Prep. I hope you guys are having an amazing morning. Hopefully you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. How you doing today, my friend?
Hey, good morning, Carlos. Well, yeah, I just back from Vancouver. I had a red-eye flight last night, and oh man, it's red eyes are. I forgot how tough they are. They get tougher as you get older too. So, anyways, but we're here and ready to go on this also interesting trading day today. Well, at least that's what we expect it to be.
It should be jam-packed with fun, man. So much going on. Actually, before we start getting into all of it, let's talk about what's happening today. Here's our U.S. economic calendar.
Yeah, well, okay, so we do have a couple things on the calendar. We had the ADP employment numbers that came out, surprisingly better than expected. 118,000 new jobs expected to be reported. 155,000 was the actually delivered number. We do have factory orders that are coming out later this morning. But as we were just talking about, the reality is that there's only one thing that people are looking for, which is the announcements out of the White House about what the new tariff regime is going to be. It's been called, but Trump himself has called this, what did he call it? Liberation Day. So
yes.
So yeah, it's that is really what everybody is looking for. So the markets are largely going to be moving on that number or that statement, I guess. And whatever it looks like. Amazingly, there are no real leaks out of the White House about what that's even going to look like, what it's sectors it's going to impact, which countries it's going to be with. There's just no information, and other than that, the White House has said that they're going to be announcing details on all the details are to be released on this today. So. I mean, all we can do is wait, right? The market, as you can see, down a little bit this morning. Well, more than a little bit. I mean, we're down by about 1%, which is a gap. Like that, usually when you get the gap up or down, the 1% range is sort of a big gap range for the overall market. And I'm noticing, pretty much everything is red across the market. So, notwithstanding any other economic events, frankly, the markets are going to stay concerned. And this is how they express their concern, right? Usually by gapping down a little bit in the morning. That being said, we've seen this many times before where we get the gap down and the market will move in the opposite direction. So look, just be careful. Don't make an assumption about which direction this market's going to go, because even when the announcements, maybe I should say if and when the announcements come out, is it already baked into market perspective? Are they going to determine, that frankly, hey, not as bad as we had feared, and the market could even go up against the announcements? It's really tough to say. This is completely unprecedented of an event. So there's no way to sort of look back in history and say, okay, well, this is what happened last time, so this is what we can expect here. This has not happened last time. So, I mean, I think, like we were talking yesterday, right? Caution is the word of the day. And, but I think today we got to be ready to take opportunity when it presents, because there could be some excellent trading today. At least I'm hoping so. That's what, as I'm a trader, I want things to move. So let's see if that happens.
Yep, absolutely. Something you won't have to wait too long for is going to be Tesla, right? Today reporting their delivery numbers as well. So that's at 9 a.m. So we'll be live for that and just kind of see how the stock reacts. But that's also going to be fun and hopefully some volatility. They're sitting down, gapping down at the moment about 2.4, excuse me. So we'll get some in a second with the other stuff that's not looking so hot this morning. Only two in the green, my
Yeah.
friends. QS. Yeah, go ahead, Peter.
Oh, you were well, just because you were mentioning Tesla. I mean,
Yep.
it's one of these things that no matter what the news is, there's an old statement, I guess, in Wall Street axiom that says if everybody thinks something, sometimes you should trade the opposite direction. Right now, every single analyst is anticipating a significant drop in Tesla's delivery numbers because of the backlash that Tesla's seen. We've seen demonstrations, right? We've heard about reduced sales in certain regions. Who knows? All right, this might be another one where because everybody is so convinced that the numbers are going to be so weak, it actually might work to the stock's favor in terms of going up if let's say delivery numbers come out only slightly under the company forecasts, or even imagine if they matched the forecast, which has some of those drops already baked in because like Chinese sales, for example, have been known for a little while. Like we've been seeing it drop, month after month here. So it could very well be already baked into this forecast. And again, Tesla's another one where I'm going to wait and see. I mean, if that does come out as bad as analysts expect, then of course we might reasonably expect Tesla to drop further. But again, I'm being really cautious here. I've just seen it too many times where when everybody thinks something, right, it's going to be horrible. Then any little surprise can cause that euphoric sentiment that we know and love in the market to rear its head. And remember, there are a lot of fans here of the Tesla stock. I mean, how many times have we watched this thing pop up unexpectedly? So yeah, again,
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean,
I'm looking forward to it.
I can't tell how many times I saw John body slamming people when they were talking bad about Tesla vehicles. He loves his car, and I just had to stop him a few times from throwing people out the window at the event. But other than that, man, yeah, you never know. Also, keep in mind, like I saw some early numbers as the monthly sales. Early numbers in the U.S. They're not that bad as people are making it seem out to be. So I'm with you, Peter. If these numbers come anywhere close to the estimate or even higher, this stock can be a long. We've seen it pop up pretty nice in the last couple of days, take a good pop here. So again, we just got to wait and see. We don't know what's going to happen with it, but for the most part, we know this. It is going to be volatile. It's a great stock, and it's already on my list. I mean, it's on here. So at 9 a.m., we'll look out for that number. We'll look at the reaction over here on on Tesla. Next is going to be QSG. QSG this morning. Let's take a look at this one here. We are up 6.4 right now. 1 million shares traded. And you can see here on the daily, we had a good pop yesterday as well. This is Quanta Singh. Sounds maybe overseas, Asian company.
Group.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what
Yeah,
they do, Peter.
this is a strange one we haven't heard of before. At least I haven't. It's an education and training services company out of China. We know there's a couple of Chinese, education companies, a fairly unique segment because education companies. I don't think there's any North American education companies that are publicly traded. But anyways, there was a few that we've been familiar with over the years, but not this one. Um, why are they here? I can't even tell you why they're on the gappers list. It's not one that's heavily tracked or watched. There's no analyst ratings or reports on it. So I don't even know what to tell you, Carlos. I mean, clearly it was up yesterday. You just have to look at the daily there to see that it had a big move up yesterday. Looks like it's continuing that enthusiasm today, but again, what to make of it and why, I don't know.
Yeah, not typically something that I would put on deck. I mean, we can come back to it. It's the only thing green on our list this morning, as you can see here by the gappers list at tradingterminal.com. Guys, you can always get that there for free, so definitely check it out. But yeah, I won't add it to my list for right now. We'll leave it alone for the most part. All right, Peter, anything else capping up that you like this morning?
It's interesting. The Chinese EV companies gapping up slightly. Not all of them, but XPEV is moving higher. I noticed that. Remember, well, we haven't even looked at these in a while. LI, Neo. they're slightly down, those two. But XBEV was gapping up. I mean, again, I'm trying to find any green spots. And some of the Chinese services companies, Baidu and Billy, both green. Although I noticed that the big one we tend to watch, Baba, is just slightly red. Baba. People always get on me for that one. Baba. Anyway. Um, but that look, I said I'm trying to find anything that's green out there. The only other one that I can see on my big list here is Ion Q. Not the other quantum stocks are all down. I think just with the market, Ion Q, little remarkably, is holding green barely here by about 0.75%. So, but it was red just a few minutes ago. Now it's green again. So, Carlos, do I like anything that I just mentioned? No. So, I guess the short answer to your question would have been no. I don't like anything else that's green. There's a couple of spots, but yeah, I think we just watch your favorites.
Yep, absolutely. All right, friends, that covers the gap up. Again, everything in the red with all the market uncertainty. You're seeing some of that here. So we're just talking in chat here on YouTube. Good morning, guys. We definitely miss being in our normal setup here and having you guys on as well, and also in chat. So good to be back in our seats. But WTF? What is this? This IPO yesterday? I mean, do these guys know what this means? What company is this?
Wait,
Walton,
literally, you're saying what is
literally, WTF is a ticker. You thought Futu was bad. Take a look at this one. WTF, and it is an actual company. Here's the name. It's Wantong Financial Limited.
Yeah, Waiton.
I
Yeah,
don't have
I
to
don't
see
even
how
know
to
how
pronounce.
to say
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. It is showing that it's gapping down this morning, leading the way right here, down 12.8, 1.6 million shares traded, hard to borrow, which typically a lot of IPOs starting out are. Good move so far. So from 420 all the way to about 20 yesterday, and then today just hanging out around 17, 20 the high, and 14 the low in this pre-market session. So interesting stuff, man. Peter, anything on this? I mean, besides just IPO madness?
No, I mean it's an IPO that just moved. They IPO'd yesterday with is it a joke? It's not a April Fool's joke. They did IPO at $4 yesterday, offering about 4.3 million shares. So you need to trade this like a low float, but it moved yesterday on
Yeah.
decent volume too. Like it got. Shame that I wasn't trading yesterday afternoon because it got about 19 million shares traded and 1.6 million this morning. So maybe people are just having fun with it. I'm not sure. I mean, just because it's gapping down, by the way, pre-market, this still feels like a bullish stock until proven otherwise, right? Because that move
Yeah.
again from 4, like you mentioned, Carlos, all the way up to about 27, almost $28. Obviously, massive move on its first day IPOing. Now we're sitting at 17. Definitely more chance. Well, there's an equal chance that it could go up as down from here. So, WTF indeed.
WTF indeed. We're going to mess with people that are not in the show yet. Might log in later. I'm going to put this on my secondary list, and they'll be like, "Oh, what's that?" And then they can go look at that as an actual ticker. So, WTF on the secondary list, just for entertainment purposes.
Maybe we can use that as code for ourselves instead of actually saying WTF. We can just say Waiton Financial.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I like that. Advance over on YouTube is saying next ticker will be maybe on the next time we do April Fools, STFU. So yeah, that could be a good one too. All right, friends, let's get back to our list here. So right now at the moment, we'll start at the top. EWTX is another one. I don't think I ever seen this one. Let's take a quick look here. We are down 27%. Ouch. 1.3 million shares traded. It's a therapeutics company, so typically these stocks do take big hits when things go wrong with their trials or some kind of drug approval, whatever the case may be. Peter, they're down quite a bit here. Edgewise Therapeutics.
Yeah, okay, sorry. I was busy trying to get some more details on our big
WTF?
liberation day.
Oh,
Liberation Day.
I thought you
Anyways,
was getting more details on WTF. I'm like, yeah, go for it, man.
no. I moved on from that. Edgewise Therapeutics. Well, look, anytime these biotech, it's usually one of two things, right? They either have a drug that is not doing as well as anticipated when it's in trials, or they have a secondary offering. EWTX is they're doubling down. They've got both. They have the top line results from a phase 2 trial of their EDG 7500 hypertonic cardiomyopathy drug, which, of course, the company announces had very positive top line results, but it does not look like people are in agreement because the stock certainly is not gapping higher. But at the same time, they also have a secondary offering, not a huge one, but it is a reasonable. Actually, maybe I shouldn't say that. What is the size of the float here? Yeah, see, this is a company with a 67 million share float, so they do have a secondary issuing another 9.9 million shares at $20. So it's interesting that because that's above the price and roughly where we closed yesterday. To me, that's not the thing that's moving it. It's got to be this drug trial. So EWTX, in play, but I don't like it when they get bad drug trial news and things drop. I just, sometimes you can trade them to the upside if you really want to on the drug trial news. Trading downside drug trial news is, I don't know, somehow it just doesn't work as nicely, in my opinion. So EWTX news, but not going on my trading list.
Yeah. I hear you, man. Same here. We'll leave it alone. Let's take a look at the next one. It's going to be DJT, which is down this morning 7%. 527,000 shares traded. I do got to say the pre-market action does look better than it normally does. I find it difficult to trade the stock. I think the price action could be a little bit weird at times. Right now, we have 650,000 shares for sure. If you do want to short this one, daily looks interesting. We're kind of sitting at somewhat level of support. Again, just down with everything else. I don't know if this one makes it any special than any other ones, Peter, but down this morning, as you can see here.
Yeah. Uh, okay. So the I'm just trying to just understand this news here. The New York Stock Exchange has launched its Texas exchange. I I didn't know that they were planning a Texas exchange. I don't know what that means. What does it mean to have the NYSE Texas? Anyways, it's the first stock that they're trading on the Texas exchange, or that they've announced that's going to be trading there, is DJT. So, uh, what? I don't like. How does that work? I'm really
Yeah,
confused, to be honest, because
sounds
I mean,
messy.
it's by name the New York Stock Exchange. I mean, but we don't trade it like the state of New York. I thought it was just called that because it was based in New York City. Well, I really don't know what this means that they've gone to Texas. What is their Texas exchange? Are there separate tickers? Do they trade? I really don't know. I don't understand this.
Yeah, we will need more information on that. Maybe some tax breaks if something is local. I don't know. We'll have to see. But all right, I mean, nevertheless, it is down here. I think a lot of it could be too. Just again, everything is down. Right? Look at this trading terminal gappers list. You're seeing a lot of red on here, but this one's leading the way. So maybe that's an interesting headline you're seeing there. All right, let's do two more. Then we're going to hop around a little bit and just kind of cover some sectors. We kind of spoke about Bitcoin a little bit and some of those stocks that are being affected, like Hood. We have Mara on here. We spoke about IonQ actually being on the green side of things when everything else is red. But we'll talk about those after we look at HIM. So HIMS this morning, we are down 5.6, 636,000 shares traded. Again, guys, we've seen this stock many times. We don't really like the way it trades. I usually avoid putting it on my list. I'm going to do the same today, Peter, unless you tell me something. Otherwise, that might be fun or somewhat expect some volatility out of this.
No, I'm not going to contradict that statement. I think you stick to your approach.
Yep, yep. All right, we'll skip it. And then let's go to, again, we spoke about Hood already. Is IonQ the one you're going with today, Peter? I know you're not a big fan of these crypto type plays. Again, IonQ slightly green. You have Hood on here, like you mentioned, everything else in the red. Yeah, they don't look great. Even Mara has very light volume, only less than 500,000. Coin only 133,000. I don't think these guys are in play. I did hear someone say
No.
that these coins, Peter, you might agree with this because you talked about this, you ranted about this before actually. And I try to remember all your rants; they're important. But you mentioned that these stocks are just trading with the overall market. They're not really doing their own thing when it comes to actual Bitcoin. And an analyst, I think on Bloomberg today, said the same thing. They asked him, "Hey, what do you think about what does crypto and Bitcoin sit in all of this tariff war and all of that?" He just said they just move with the market. Like there's nothing special about these tickers. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, clearly they listen to the show, and I applaud them for doing that.
Nice.
So, yeah, like I've said many times, I think that as long as Bitcoin is trapped in this price range, right, between the 75 and $100,000 range, roughly, it's not going to be that interesting. And the stocks, you're right, they do trade with the market, and that doesn't lend them to some interesting trading opportunities. It's been a long time since we've last seen some ability to trade crypto. We did have 1 or 2 days about a month ago where we had some interesting movement midday. This was I think late February when we had a couple of days where it actually they were moving and they were reasonable. So they could absolutely come back and play, but I don't think today. Not today. Today, the entire focus is on this announcement out of the White House, and I think the markets are just going to be sort of cautious across the board until that announcement comes out. Now, everything is scheduled for 4 o'clock, right? Like I want people to keep that in mind. So as I said, like we got to be cautious all day. Like Tesla numbers, as you mentioned, Carlos, are coming out. Like there's other things happening in over the course of the day. But again, with this big cloud looming over the markets, who's going to take a massive, like, who's going to take $1 billion position in advance of such uncertainty as to what is the White House going to say? What are these tariffs going to look like? Again, the press conference for that is scheduled for 4 o'clock to coincide with the market close. No coincidence on that, I'm sure. They do not want, they obviously would primarily not want to have that happen during the market hours. You let the closing bell ring, and then they can make the announcement. I mean, stocks are still going to move, of course, but better that the money sit on the sidelines, have a chance to cool off until the morning. So that makes tomorrow, of course, very interesting. And I'm still anticipating if there's some leaks, right? People love to whisper to the media, love to be the first ones to break the news. So if we hear anything over the course of the day, we could see some unexpected or irrational market movement as a result of that. But again, will it, won't it? I don't know.
Yeah,
Tough to
yeah,
tell.
we'll have to see. All right, I'm gonna look at next. Again, these tickers have been coming up on our gappers list quite a bit. SMCI, POTR, obviously the Tesla and Nvidia we'll have on deck, but SMCI and POTR, they are always on this list. They're always moving well. They always got great volume. If we take a look at the first one here, SMCI, which has been trading okay, has not been all that great from the little bit I seen. Again, we were mostly paying attention to our events and not really trading over the last 2 days with travels and also with the speakers and just hanging out with our members, which we'll talk about a little bit more. Peter will give you an insight how fun this was. But this one here is down 3.1, 513,000 shares traded. I like the daily on this today. It's all about, is it going to get the volume and trade well? We had a lots of fun here back in February, going into a little bit into March as well. Some really big trading days. I mean, look how big these are, right? Beautiful. But here, volume has died down, and even though you get really wide days here, they have not been as clean. So I'm not too sure how well it's going to be today. I do want to have it on a secondary. I'll tell you that much. We'll take a look at it. But again, we just got to be patient with this one and not get caught in some of that chop. So, Peter, I know you're not a big fan of this one, but
I,
what's your take?
yeah, I wouldn't say I'm not a fan. I don't actively trade it. I'm just it does surprise me at how much volume it's managed to hold on to and to continue to trade. To reasonably well, I suppose, despite that. I don't like the spread many times. I find it a little more difficult to trade than some of my go-tos like AMD, which used to be my old favorite. Not so much anymore because recently it hasn't traded as well. But NVIDIA, absolutely NVIDIA, of course, top of the list, I think, for semiconductor stocks. I don't see anything differentiating for SMCI today in the news. No, they've got big goals. They did have an announcement a little bit earlier this week where they were talking about their lower cost, so AI solutions, and that could give them an advantage over time. But SMCI, like the rest of the semiconductor sector, they're anticipating that the tariff announcement of the White House is going to be favorable to them because the White House has made statements and provided support for the sector and said that they're definitely looking to try and encourage semiconductor production onshore. And we've talked before about the big fab plants and the consortium that Intel is leading and putting together. Opening of new other fab facilities have certainly grabbed some attention. So while there's a little bit of that going on, it's it's really a tough sector to predict, isn't it? Because these fab plants coming on shore is good, I suppose, for national security if they can get to the point of producing the super high end chips that the world markets are mostly focused on. But it's not like it's going to be a giant job generator. There's probably more jobs being generated building them than actually running. Right, because most of these plants are highly automated because of the work that they do. So yes, a ton of money goes into it. Hundreds of billions of dollars go into building these factories, but it's not like it creates massive employment opportunities. It creates some jobs, but we're talking usually hundreds or low thousands rather than the tens of thousands. So anyways, all that being said, I think this is a good sector to watch. It certainly is on the forefront or anticipated forefront of tariff activities because while the intended announcement out of the White House is probably going to be supportive of the semiconductors, the retaliatory actions that could be taken by other countries, depending on what those announcements are, could then slap them in the face. So either way, that means that I expect semis to continue to stay in play.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to be watching NVIDIA on my main list, as you can see down at the bottom. And I added SMCI on the secondary list. I do like their daily, but again, it's not going to be my go-to at all. All right, friends, let's stop here. I mean, our gappers list is pretty much intact, hasn't really shrunken or grown. So it's, whatever's on there's on there. We do have Rivian. You did speak about the EVs vehicle a little bit already. Anything else, Peter, that you like that might be gapping down that we haven't discussed?
Well, one that we've mentioned consistently, PLTR. I'm getting more, enamored with PLTR over time as it's replaced AMD, or at least it's moved above AMD. If I have my mental, preferred list, good price action on it yesterday. I noted as well. I mean, all this week so far. I mean, the Monday, Tuesday of this week. So, and I have no reason not to expect it to move again today. So, I think it's worth watching. Other than that, you mentioned DJT earlier. It's it feels like it's a little more in play than others, so might be worth keeping on the list. But we've already talked about that. Other than that, I'm looking down the Magnificent Seven list that I've got here, and they all sort of feel the same. None of them feel particularly exciting. I expect volumes to be depressed on those, right? Because they typically get a fairly high level of institutional investment and price action movement. Again, with this tariff announcement, I know I keep talking about it, but it's really what the markets are going to be waiting on. With that happening at the market close, I think we're going to see lowered volumes in all of these offerings, which may mean that we sort of have an inside day or a little bit of sideways movement. Again, I'm so cautious in saying that just because, oftentimes when you get very low volumes, like if people get really super cautious, that's sometimes when you get surprising moves, right? Because they can move on lowered volume. And that's, often not anticipated, because that's not typically the way that they are treated. So as such, they may actually get some outsized moves, or at least some surprising moves. So I'd be cautious if you're following patterns like I do on your trading. Those patterns may not hold up today, right? You may get some surprise moves that just sort of throw those off a little bit. Might be to your favor, or they might be against you. Again, caution, 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 caution is my special word of the day.
All right, friends, here it is. Tesla reacting, obviously, to some numbers are out. We'll get them for you in a second here. You can see a nice drop, down 4.5 now, 4.2 million shares traded. So we'll get what the numbers are. Again, if you missed it, those are the delivery numbers being reported for the last quarter. So let's see how that looks. But right now, a little bit of a negative reaction. But again, just be careful. You know how these things go. It's like earnings, right? They report. You see the immediate first reaction. Let's see if it holds here, and if we're going to go lower. Already, we're bouncing back a bit. So just again, be mindful if you're looking to scalp or trade this at the moment. So big reaction, Peter. I'm not sure if we have the numbers yet. What does that look like for us?
Yeah, I mean, clearly the stock moved down. Somebody has the numbers. I guess if you got a Bloomberg terminal, you might have seen those numbers already. I unfortunately don't, and as such, I have not seen the numbers. I'm watching eagerly. We've got a Benzinga feed that comes into the chat room. It's usually the fastest way to get news. Right now, I don't see that news coming out. Let me just check the other place to check. Got to check social media. See what
Social media is
saying.
fast. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, people love to like retweet things. Looks like their total deliveries, according to some of my social media, is 330,000 vehicles delivered. Which, if that is true, and again, it's social media, so you've got to always question it, would be significantly off the anticipated forecast numbers. So. Every time a new article pops up here, I'm waiting to see if it's the sort of confirmation of what the numbers are. But anyways, early report shows 330,000 global numbers, which again would be significantly off their total forecast. But I again approach that number with caution, because I consider it unconfirmed, and I actually see Tesla bouncing back a little bit. Certainly hasn't gone back to the 263 level that it started from, but for Tesla being down about $5 right now, that's not really that significant.
Yep.
Yeah, it can move that anytime.
Yeah. Moves at the market open with no news. So let's see here, guys. So Tesla in play for sure. We'll keep monitoring this and see how it plays out. Again, trying to hold above that 253 low that has created right at 253, by the way. And let's see if it can hold that. So should be a fun one for today. And we wait for more confirmation on those numbers. All right, guys, let's take some tickets from you guys. Go ahead, Peter.
I'm just laughing because why social media can't be trusted. I'm looking at my same feed, and I saw 330. Now they're saying 280,000. Then no, it's 420,000. No, it's 340,000.
Yeah.
So we're all over the place as to what the numbers actually are. So everybody seems to have a different number.
See, and this is why when you hear these numbers, like for example, it's down 40% in this location. What is it like sales, right? You hear that like, oh, Tesla's down 40%. Let's say in Europe. Again, don't quote the numbers, don't quote the location. What exactly does that mean? Like, you got to really know the details, because when you see that headline, it sounds just bad, right? You would think these numbers would be worse, but from 390 to 330, it's not a big deal given how much crap Tesla's taking on, right? With the politics and everything else and the vandalizing, right? It's just doesn't seem that bad to me, but we'll see what the market thinks in a couple of minutes here.
Well. And the numbers are getting more specific, which I don't know if gives me false hope. When if somebody says 336,000, you're like, okay, maybe that's the number or not. But then now people are saying 336,681 vehicles. So I'm like, okay, that feels more specific, but it could be just as made up as any other number, for all I know. But anyways. Again, and it depends on what you're looking at. Are deliveries, production numbers? Like sometimes people don't qualify it, so it's
specific
tough.
model numbers.
Yeah, like there was already anticipated significantly lower deliveries, because the delivery number again, if I'm looking at the right number, it was expected to be around 390,000. So if it came out at 336, sure, that's about 50,000 or so lower than anticipated, and which is already a low forecast, by the way, in terms of the numbers, especially being that their production numbers are expected to be around 412, I think, something like
Yeah.
that. So so it's never good to deliver less than you produce. That shows that backlog is looming, and that in itself is problematic. So again, it's so many, yes, just so many different numbers. I've seen this number several times now. Again, I'm unfortunately having to resort to social media, but the 336,361 has come up again a couple of times. So somebody's got their hands on that number, and now my at least my Benzinga news seems to confirm that exact number. So 336,681 versus the 390,343 estimate. So again, I'll have to assume for the time being that is accurate, which is why we're seeing the drop. Um, I would say honestly that while of yes, absolutely, it's lower and it's not it's not what people wanted. That feels like it's sort of in line with expectations, though, doesn't it? I mean, yes, Tesla is dropping here, but we've got to look at a bigger picture too, right? Jared reminds us to do this all the time. So that big red candle, if you're looking at a 1 minute or a 5 minute, it looks big, but let's go back to the daily that Carlos has already done, right? Big candle there. But here, like, we're still in range of what we've done this week from a price
Right.
perspective.
Right.
So like, it's not like we're like dropping out the bottom. Now if we go hit 220 and head lower, then absolutely, right, you should really be nervous about where Tesla could go. But for the time being, this is a pretty modest drop, considering that lowered numbers, which tells me it may be factored in more than people anticipate, and this thing could stabilize. And when the opening bell rings, right, we all know we absolutely, even on a lowered volume day, that's, you're going to get a lot more volume than you're getting now, and Tesla could very well pop up if it holds the level that it's currently at right here. So yeah, let's see what happens.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. All right, friends, let's take some tickets from you guys. What do you guys like this morning? So far on my list, Tesla, NVIDIA, PLTR, WTF, SMCI, and DJT. I might move DJT up. The more I look at it, I've been looking at it a couple of times here. Again, pre-market looks slightly interesting. So we'll see. We'll see what else we come up with. But this one might end up on my primary list, depending how things go here. All right, let's take a look, friends. What do we have here? Wolf, WOOF. This ticker, no, this ticker's not barking at all, man. This is not looking good. As far as volume, as far as volume and just overall pre-market action is pretty quiet. Now, yes, the daily does have some activity here over the last couple of days. This is obviously increased volume and increased movement from what they normally do. But I don't see it. The only way to find out if they're gonna get anything going is to wait for the market open. But even then, you had one day which is probably really good. It's 27 million shares traded. That's down here. This would have been on the 27th of March, and then quickly right back down with the volume. So again, for the way I trade, I just need to have that more volume than that.
Yeah, I mean, late last week there was an announcement. I don't remember talking about this, so maybe we missed it. But anyways, that Petco is teaming up with Uber to bring their wide selection of pet essentials to the Uber Eats platform. I
Hmm.
mean, there's lots of jokes that can ensue from selling dog food, I guess, over Uber Eats. But in any event, but it's not just dog food. You can get all your dog toys and other pet essentials through delivered by Uber Eats now in this partnership that they've set
Hmm.
up. So that's good, but I don't remember this moving as a result of it on the day when this was announced. And you could see the volume spike last week. So I guess, Carlos, we must have missed that, or it happened midday.
Yeah.
Seems like it really hasn't had that much of an impact because it was a $3 stock. It was a $2.50 stock before the announcement. It's now a $3 stock. That doesn't feel like enough to get excited about.
Yeah, it doesn't seem too crazy there. Um, All right, friends, what else you guys have this morning? So that's Wolf. Again, won't be on my list. Just doesn't fit my criteria and what I'm looking for. How about NMAX? Yeah, I saw a few people mention that in both chats here. This is the recent IPO.
Yeah,
We haven't
it
seen much of
was.
this, Peter, because we've been just, with the conference. But yeah, we saw some people looking at this when we were in the conference room here. Craziness, right? They were up like huge here. They opened up at 16, went up this first day up to 80, and then yesterday 124. Highest I see here, let's call it 266. And today we're gapping down 16%, but still hanging out just slightly below 200. Man, how happy are you if you bought this at 20 bucks? Awesome. But this is not really tradable. I mean, I don't know how you trade this. The risk is just way too high. And you got a couple of halts that we heard members not get stuck in, but they just kind of mentioned, hey, this is halted again. I just don't think this is a stock that I can trade successfully, given if I want to take really good risk management. And if I do that, I'm taking so many little shares that is it worth it? Just take 500 shares on Nvidia or something else, right? I mean, I don't know, Peter. What's your
Yeah.
thoughts?
You have to treat it like a low float, high risk type stock. It's been a while since we've seen an IPO, sort of have this much fun at the open and rise so quickly. So, that's interesting in of itself. But yeah, you have to be very cautious trading it. If you just look at the trading, what happened at the open yesterday, it's like Carlos has got here. I guess you can't see it on the 5 minute. I'm not sure, but in the first hour it halted 5 times, and not always on the way up. I mean, there was the first two halts of the day. One was after a significant drop, and then it popped back up a little bit, and then halted again. And you don't have the blank
Yeah, I
line
got to get
selected.
the dots. Yeah, you could tell us here, here. I mean, yeah, there's a
Yeah.
couple of here. Yeah,
Do you
it's
know?
messy, man.
Yeah, we can fix that if you want. A little fix your
Yeah,
dots
how do you do
there.
it?
Right click, go to data config.
Data config. Okay.
Yeah. And then just click on blank bars automatically. You want that selected. Now hit
Yep.
commit, and you're going to see then where it halts, because you get these little dashes. See, now you can see the
Yep.
dashes quite simply. So there you go. So now you can clearly see those halts that I was talking about. So yeah, you got to be careful, right? When this halts like that, of the five I was talking about, two of them or three of them, I guess, were on the downside. Only two on the upside. So yeah, you want to be pretty careful. Now, that being said, after the second halt, the stock moved from 125 to like $190. So, there
It's
definitely was, some upside movement
wild.
that you could take advantage of, but you're doing it at high risk. So, this is a buyer beware. We're in day 3 of NMAX trading, and it gets riskier the farther you go into it. So is day 3 going to look like day 1 and 2? I don't know. I mean, feels pretty lofty here for this stock, and again, with the market sort of focused much more elsewhere now, maybe it helps it, maybe it doesn't. I really don't know. I mean, again, we're in unprecedented times for this type of news release, so maybe NMAX is, people are just like, hey, this is fun, let's do something fun while we're waiting for tariff announcement. So
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
NMAX to 400. Why not?
yeah. We'll definitely see. I'm not gonna add on the banner below, but I will be having it here on my watch list, just so I can see where the fun goes here. So NMAX, clearly entertainment purposes only. All right, let's check what else you guys have, my friends. 9:15. We'll do one more, and then we'll head over to our announcements, and also give you a little bit of some feedback, some insights on what we took place over the last couple of days. All right, and NMAX is good. Tesla, we have. Thank you, Will. NMAX, yep, that's on there. Okay, a lot of NMAX, WTF. Yes, that's my tickers on my secondary list. Risky, be careful. HIMS we looked at. Okay, so a lot of the stuff you guys threw out here we have looked at already. Let me just one more scan at YouTube. And yes, I think we are good. Okay, we'll stop here. Peter, let's go over to our community events, and also you can get that by bearwoodtrades.com. Click on webinars, and you can get to that very, very easily. But first, let's share some pictures. I have a good picture here I want to share with you guys of our good buddy. Let's see if I could find it. Not that one. That's a great one. Look at Megan there. But I got a good one I want to share. Where is it? It's a good one as well. Another one. Oh, look at the team here. We'll come back to these. Where is it? I'm going to put it here. Here it is. That's the one I'm looking for. Check that out. Peter, you're looking good, my friend.
Yeah, that was what I don't know. I'm not even sure what day what that was. I guess that was yesterday, or maybe no, the day before yesterday.
No, it's the day
Anyways,
before, I
whatever.
think. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I got to try them out. They were actually quite comfortable, and they look like velvet. They're not. They're actually like a more modern sort of type fabric, a mesh type fabric, and very comfortable.
They
We did
actually were
notice.
very
We did.
comfortable. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we did know. I mean, they're a little hard to get in and out of. So once you're in, you're committed. But we did learn too. You can't fit as many people as you think you should because those rounded corners. The if anybody tries to sit on the ends, they sort of roll off. So they're sort of a three-person comfortably seater. Four if you want to get really friendly, and five you're feeling all the bits. So.
Yeah, there you go. Man, we have guys, we had such an amazing time. Here's one of our mentees, Emily. I mean, she had one of her best days that day, trained live from there. It's one of our members here. He's a retired pilot, travels in his RV with his wife, and he's just set up. This is actually his traveling setup. So man, it's just awesome time. Look at this setup here as well with the stream deck, just amazing. A lot of traders taking some good trades there. Our winner, Anthony Beach, 15K, man. So congrats to him on winning there. And just we saw Tim Sykes give us two
Nah,
presentations again. Go ahead.
Yeah, the 15K, by the way, he was given that because of his funded account activity, right? So
Yes.
successfully completed his funded account and was able to capitalize on it. So yeah, and Andrew's very excited, and we're always happy at Bearable Traders when people get the funded account and succeed to achieve the goal. Because as he sort of said on stage, and as we repeat, our objective is to try and help people through that learning process, and really, we want to see that success story. So Andrew's like, take my money, please.
Take my
And Anthony did
Yeah.
with the giant check. I don't.
Yeah.
Again, we were joking about how do you fit that into an ATM, but anyways, you got the check. It's beautiful.
Guys, we had an amazing time. If you haven't made it out to one of these, please do so. I mean, just to meet with you guys, talk to you guys, and just see the different faces, man. It is just amazing. This is Andrew's place there. We got the balcony again with an amazing view. It's just incredible. So definitely we'd love to see you there and hopefully in the near future. All right, community events, bearbootraders.com. Click on webinars. You can see what's happening for today. It is Wednesday, which reminds me, it is laptop day. So let's get our likes up and let's make sure that we're prepared for our laptop giveaway today.
Yeah. So interesting. Gary L is posing a question. What do you have a stat of what percentage of people actually end up making money? I don't actually, but I know it's low, and it's actually a lot
Yeah.
lower than we would love it to be. Because we there was one chart I think that somebody sort of displayed, put up on stage. We see people who actually do well throughout the entire thing. They're cautious, cautious, cautious. They're making money. The account is going up and up and up. And then it's almost always one or two bad days where I don't know what happens. Either they have a bad trade and they follow with another bad trade, but you see this fall off the cliff. It's amazing when we look at the stats at how often that happens. This is the reason why we say all the time, you got to be continuously cautious. We're always urging, the mature trading, risk management, all this stuff, because it is so frustrating to watch people do so well. I mean, like, imagine how frustrating it is for them. If you're a trader, you understand that frustration most likely, because unfortunately we've pretty much all done it. So yeah, Gary, we this is the whole point of those accounts, to try and get people to trade maturely in a safe environment to drive the number higher. But yeah, when we look across the batch, all those that have paid for the funded accounts, you still get value out of the practice, but not as many are taking advantage of it. There are others, of course, that are making money off of it, but not as many as we'd like. All right. All that being said, Carlos was putting up the information on our webinars. I have to say, and I was asking Mike in the background. I haven't heard back from him. If you can hear me, Mike, in the admin tab. I was trying to get some info out of you. But I just want to confirm what's happening, because I know we got a lot of people traveling, and I don't know everybody's travel schedule, to be honest. Funny, when I left, Andrew was putting the full court press on me, trying to get me to stay in Whistler. stay in the Vancouver, British Columbia, because there a number of our members and mods are heading up to Whistler to continue the fun. And Andrew himself is planning to head up there, and I just I needed to get home. It was a lot of fun, but I promised. I've got commitments back here, and I just couldn't stay longer. But yeah, so I don't know what that means for a lot of our members, a lot of our sort of mods, and what they're doing. Let's start at the top, though. The most important one usually of the day is our 8 p.m. webinar for our elite members. Dr. Reed should be delivering that. That's going to be happening in the usual place, usual time. So our webinar room for all of our elite members. And look, if there's ever a time when we need to better understand bear market psychology, this is it. So that should be happening. That one is going scheduled to happen at 8 p.m. like I said, tonight. The two during the day are the two that I'm not sure about. Dr. Vanessa Charlin at noon and Pierre at 11. Both of them were at the conference and very active. Appreciate both of them being there. Dr. Vanessa Charlin, of course, Dr. Vanessa, she presented a couple of times at the session, some different thoughts, and was very well received. So that, again, I believe she's back home for her, and that event should be happening at noon. And Mike is saying that it is occurring. Pierre should also be in a position to deliver his 11 a.m. webinar. So I anticipate all of these happening 11, noon, and 8 p.m. So there you go. They're all look like they're a go for our schedule today. Thank you, Mike. What else we got? If you want to join us at Bear Bull Traders, of course, we always welcome you. We've got a number of membership options available. I think our spring sale is still on, so you can take advantage of that. And Carlos, if we can just scroll up, I can, people can see what those membership options are. There we go. From the intro to the Elite Annual. Again, the Elite Annual now 50% off with that spring sale happening. So it's the best deal if you wanted to join. We'd love to have you in the chat room. If not, then you know what? Maybe you'll think about it. If you're out there on YouTube, continue to join and have fun. I know that, again, when we were live in Vancouver, we had so many people that were, sort of new members, and they were using Vancouver as an opportunity to get to know the community a little better, right? And find out, were we just talking heads here? Are we real people? And I think everybody learned we're absolutely real with all our faults, flaws, and happiness. So it's we pretty much are the people who we pretend to be here on every morning. It's just who we are. So anyways, if you want to join, then think about it. You can do so. Carlos, let's set some levels. We're getting pretty close to the market open now. So I wanted to give you a chance to do that.
No, yep, absolutely, friends. All right, so on my list, guys, at the bottom there, Tesla, NVIDIA, and PLTR. I only have three. I want to see what else pops up here we could take a look at. Let's tune in on Tesla, right? So if you just joined us, Tesla had their numbers, their delivery numbers reported here for the quarter, and obviously they did not do well. They went below estimates. They were estimating 390, which, by the way, the 390 number was already the lowest for the entire year, right? For not this year, like meaning a whole entire year of reporting. So that already was low. They came in at 336 something, right? So obviously not good. So far, the stock is moving low. We're down 4.7. Great volume, 7 million shares traded. I expect this to be very volatile in the market open. But again, keep your cool here, because as Peter mentioned, he's absolutely right. This drop, given what we've seen over the last couple of weeks, is nothing, right? We've seen Tesla really take very big hits and pop up the other way very nicely as well. So let's see when the big volume comes in, how this thing is going to react one way or the other. We are going to get some good volatility on here, and it's going to be on my main watch list. All right, low of the pre-market on Tesla right now. We're going to mark down 253 on the dot there. So that's our low of our pre-market. Towards the bottom, we do have the low from 2 days ago, and then below that we have 234.15, and right below that that's a minor area around 229.22, and then all the way down here another good level at 226. 222.26. So a couple of levels there towards the bottom. If we do, again, I don't think that'll have to be a major disaster to go down to 222 from where we're at right now. That usually takes a couple of days, but we see that happen. Go back here. Look at March 10th, I believe, right? 253 all the way down to 222. So it can happen, but again, the likelihood of that is not that high. So towards the top now, if we decide to go the other way, high of the pre-market is slightly just below the previous day close. So we're going to mark that at 262.65. Above that, you do have the highs and lows for the last 2 trading days, and we also have 272.84 on here as well. So we'll mark that level there and be ready to go. All right, and what else? The next one is going to be NVIDIA. That is Tesla on deck this morning. One of my favorite ones to look at. NVIDIA is sliding lower here, heading down to the low of yesterday. So the low of yesterday, as you can see on the daily, is marked at a 106.50. So we'll leave the pre-market low alone for now. Let's see how low this can go. The high of the pre-market is over at 109.66, just shy of the previous day close there for the most part. But you can see that as we continue to head lower, our new pre-market low will be set in a minute here. Above that previous day close, we do have 111.86, and then slightly above that, there's a nice area here with a lot of touches over at 114.08. Again, the more touches you have, the stronger that level is going to be. And also, we would love for you guys to touch that thumbs up button today and help our likes. Also, keep in mind, gives you a chance to win a laptop or a membership if you want a membership. So Andrew will come on later on at around 10:30. We'll give that away, but be part of it. You got to be subscribed. You got to hit the thumbs up, and you got to be just comment anything in chat. Say good morning to your fellow traders. All right. With that, NVIDIA is set. Love the levels on here, friends. Let's take a look at the next one. Is going to be PLTR, which has been on our list pretty consistent, and they have been trading well. Again, me and Peter probably have not looked at it the last couple of days, but today is going to be on our list here. I have the pre-market 84.40, so we're going to mark that there, and then below that we do have, look at this great level, by the way, on the daily. This is a big time level, because you can see here we have so much support. Every time we come around this area, we're getting a bounce, right? So and we would also love to be above this. What is this? This is 78.81. We love to be above that, because when we dip lower, immediately 2 days after, we're right back above that level. So again, major level for PLTR, just slightly a couple of dollars below the low of the pre-market that we have right now. Low of the pre-market at the moment set to the low of yesterday. So looking pretty good there. There is, I actually want to mark down, there's like a midpoint level here where the days are actually closing and opening in some cases. It's going to be 84.42, but clearly that 78.75 is the big level, of course. Above this other big level, which is the previous day close, we have that right on here. We got a couple of areas we want to mark down. That's going to be 88.07, and then right up here we have 93.13. So there's our levels. I have some secondary stuff. It's really more for fun. WTF. Again, IPO just a couple of days ago, and that's going to be on my list. And then I have DJT. I might actually move up DJT. We got a little bit of time. Yeah, let's move up DJT. I think it can be interesting. We are, let me get here correctly. DJT, here we go. We're dropping. We're making a new low on DJT. So a low of the pre-market right now, 18.23. Let's mark that there. And if we continue on this daily, we have to go back quite a bit. We haven't been down here since September, October. This is pre-election. 16.52 is a great level. And then, oh, hold on a second. Let me disconnect, mute Andrew because I hear him. Okay, perfect. All right, so Andrew, I didn't see him. He's on. And Brian, good, man. These guys are on, ready to go in the chat. All right, perfect. So that's DJT. And then above that, we do have 21.40. And then right up here, we do have 24.89. So that's DJT for us. Going to move it up on my main list as well. All right, perfect, guys. Less than a minute and a half to the market open. Peter, take us through what our team is watching.
Yeah, we got ejected from the chat room there. So okay.
Yeah.
Everybody's laughing at us. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So our moderators are getting their lists in as they're getting back to sort of normal here. Thor is going to be watching AMD, Nvidia, and AVGO. We didn't talk about Broadcom. I'm not sure what he sees in it, but that's on his list for this morning. Mike is in early. He's just going to be watching the scanners and see what's happening. Brian is going to be watching NVIDIA, Tesla, PLTR, and the SPY overall. Andrew's just going to be watching Tesla, NVIDIA, and PLTR. So is Brendan. Exact same list. Phil's going to be watching just Tesla and Nvidia. I have those big three. They seem to be the ones that everybody's looking at: Tesla, Nvidia, and PLTR. I'm also going to watch DJT, and then just for fun, you've got to watch NMAX and WTF. WTF just because it is sort of fun, the fun ticker. So we'll see what happens. Jared is going to be watching Tesla. I assume he means he has CRWV here. I assume he means CRWD. And then he's going to be watching Nvidia as well. And Eamon says he doesn't have a watch list, so he tells everybody to trade smart, which I think is good advice. So here we go. Market open coming right now. I'm watching Tesla intently here. I want to see what it does at the open because, again, I don't know which direction this is going to go. We'll see what it does.
Yes,
DJT
indeed.
Getting a pop up. Oh, my goodness.
All right, getting my screens ready. I have the 5
It's
minute.
pretty incredible here that since the opening bell, Tesla, I mean, I know we're only 30 seconds in, but it hasn't moved at all. Like it's really, there's a battle going on here. And it's dropping a tiny little bit now.
Oh, here goes Tesla. Here goes Tesla getting a nice drop here. Wow. All right, so we're losing the low of the pre-market here on Tesla. Get a nice little drop. All right, guys, as usual, I'm going to be waiting my 5 minutes. I'll be looking for a 5-minute ORB. I'm hoping that Tesla does not get too extended and that we can get some action on this one. So we'll sit and wait here. I'm
looking to see what it does here at 250. I have to admit, I've gone short, but I have a very bad entry. So I'm not loving it, but I'm hoping for a move down to the 250 level.
On which ticker, Peter?
Tesla.
Oh, nice. Okay. I'm going to bring it up now. Just fixing my screens here so we can be ready with my tickers. DJT. That is so weird when you have to add columns. It is the weirdest thing in the world. All right. All right, so here it is, DJT, and you're short Tesla. I'll come back in you a little bit here.
Back against me here.
Yep.
So we'll see what it does.
All right. Yep. Good morning, Benjamin. Good morning, guys on YouTube. Nice, nice. All right, let's get our screens. All right, so see what it does here. Tesla looks very interesting. Looks like it wants to go lower, man. You might be good here. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Okay, get the new low.
I held in through that pullback again. Now I'm hoping for a move down to the 250. We'll see. It keeps holding at this level. If it drops it, though, I think it could be good. Jeez, it is holding strong here, though. I don't like that. Don't like that at all.
Yeah, it's definitely giving you a hard time, but let's see if we can get a nice low there. WTF halted, I would assume. Let's take a look at that. WTF.
Not that much of a surprise
look at that. Opened up at 15, shot up to 18 now. So there's a halt. Somebody asked earlier, and hopefully still in chat, what is a halt? So basically, there's volatility halts. This is a volatility halt. So when a stock moves at, I believe, 10%, Peter, right? More than 10%. It triggers a halt. It's kind of to slow things down and give people an opportunity to take a breather. It usually happens with these tickers that are much riskier, right? Up or down. And then there's news halts that can happen as well, but this one is a volatility one. Keep in mind, volatility halts do not happen in the pre-market, right? So only happens during market hours. Nvidia coming back up here. I like the way this 5 minutes setting up. It looks like a nice, could be a nice 5 minute opening range here. I don't like that's below the VWAP, but pushing higher here. Let's see how this 5 minute candle closes. But the 1 minute looks great. Look at this Nice engulfing pattern here you're getting. That's what we're pushing higher. We'd love to see us above the VWAP. Getting a bunch of ask as well on it here, so that could be interesting. I'm gonna wait to see how this closes, and then hopefully, yeah, this looks good for a long, but I want to wait for the confirmation here. Let's see if we can get it on this candle. Glenn, long Amazon, American Airlines. We'll take a look at it in a second. I did get in on a long for that, a long swing trade. Let me be clear on American Airlines as it dropped yesterday. Been waiting for that. All right, so here's the breakthrough candle above the VWAP, which we like. This one is, we're gonna go long here because it's not giving me, oh man, I hit the wrong button. Okay, gotta get used to the setup again. I'm gonna go long here. Not the best entry, but I think Nvidia could be a nice long. Let's see if we can get it stay above here, and above the VWAP would be nice and push higher. Want to look around. Someone mentioned American Airlines. Let's see what that's doing. Yeah, so we'll talk about the swing a little bit later. We'll focus on day trading now. We'll come back to American Airlines. Tesla. I'm sure you're out of that, Peter, right? That's just unfortunate. Oh, yeah. Did you get a partial at least? Because it almost got a decent drop.
A couple of times. I actually reversed my position and went long here, so we'll see if I can catch this a move higher too. But I don't. It's not moving as aggressively as I would like.
Yeah. Look at Peter switching positions and going long, man. You're gonna become a momentum trader, a morning momentum trader.
I don't know. I'm not liking it so far because now I have 2 red trades.
Well, yeah. Let's see here. All right, Nvidia, my friends, we're pushing high. This is exactly what I want to see on here. Let's see if we can actually take a partial now. We're right at 1R. Again, just with all the uncertainties. I'm trying to be a little more patient, but even us as day traders, we feel that uncertainty, man, where we want to, okay, let's take it now because we've seen how choppy this thing can get. I'm just gonna, yeah, it's time to take a partial, no question. Okay, that's a great fill. Nice. Usually I don't get the top of the candle like that. So that's an awesome fill. Yeah. Didn't get the great fill on the entry though, but on the partial here, that's pretty good. It's a good sign. We might be pushing higher here. All right, so partial on Nvidia, great 5-minute opening range on this one. Look really clean with the confirmation above the VWAP. I see you guys mentioning PLTR. I'll look at it in a second, guys. We're gonna take another partial here on Nvidia, and let's see PLTR. People are going nuts over PLTR. Oh man. That is
good, solid move up on PLTR.
Yeah. Javier, two R's on PLTR, awesome. Hood, we'll take a look at in a second. Hopefully you guys took that NVIDIA. Yeah, everything, Peter, it just shows you, right? Everybody's like, oh, uncertainty. And everything right now is a good long for the most part. So it just tells you these markets, you got to go in really unbiased. James, over on YouTube, no trades for you today. That's okay. Listen, just because me and Peter are trading, everybody's trading, just take your time. Don't force anything. This is not a race. It is really not a race. So, and I know that can happen too. Like if you're not doing good and you're seeing other people taking trades already, and they might be doing their one and done, it might put a little pressure on you to try to trade. Please hold those feelings. You know, we have hours left of trading. So, no FOMO. Let's take it at our own pace. Very, very important. All right, I'm going to take another partial here on NVIDIA, just in case we decide to go back to the VWAP. I got a really nice move already, so I want to give as little as possible back. Oh, let me get my camera's not here. Hold on, I gotta find an easier way to do this. When I switch over to live trading. Okay. Skip Peter, and we have to upgrade our ads, so we got some work to do here before couple of days out. Okay, so Peter. We'll get you down
Oh,
here.
I got an IPO hitting here already. Interesting.
Oh, that's the IPO alarm. What do we got?
Nothing I was actively watching. What is the ENGS? Yeah, not interesting.
ENGS.
Not interesting.
Yeah, no good. What is NMAX doing? Is it NMAX? NMAX.
NMAX, yeah, it's dropping a little bit here so far at the
Yeah.
open, so not doing
Okay.
much.
Not doing anything interesting. And how about WTF? What's going on? Oh yeah, this is ugly. Halts on the way back down. So look at this. It opens up and immediately slams down to 16. And so if you got in here long, you think, oh, I'm in a long halt. Great. Opens up and it slams down to 16. Now you're halted again to the downside. I mean, it's just not. You can't trade that. You can't trade that. All right, and Nvidia doing pretty decent right now. It does look like an almost ABCD patterns forming here. Now I don't trade those, but if you're looking for an opportunity, that could be one. Again, make sure. When I mentioned that, just make sure you match it up against your trade book and make sure it makes sense for you. But it does look like this is a place where Andrew will be adding. I don't add either, so I'm just gonna try to see if we can get a new high here and hopefully take a partial. Spice moving higher. Buy, Marcel. Yeah, you know what? That's right. Buy until 4 p.m. Then sell. That's a good point.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, sell
God.
the news is a very common approach here, so
Yeah.
it could be we're getting just a little bit of a relief rally as they say, oh, maybe it won't be as bad as we think. I don't know.
Yeah. How come you know what? It hasn't proven to work for me. But again, I'll be honest, I haven't. So the question is, how come I don't add to my positions, right? Because here it would look like a good ad. It just hasn't proven to work for me as far as when you move the average up, I tend to get stopped out way too often, right? So maybe I just got to practice a little more or add less so my average doesn't move up enough. But it just hasn't worked for me, man, to be honest. But I haven't done it enough to say that it's not something I should look into. So yeah, that's just it. Some people are better than others. I see Paris, obviously. Brian does it a little bit here, but Andrew does it as well. It's just not part of my trading thing. Peter, how do you add, Peter? I don't see you adding much, right? You're
Not often. I need to be well into a trade, and I've convinced myself that when I add, I force the stock to go and stop me out. Then because it just happens so often. But so yeah, I'd love to get better at it, but at this point, yeah, I don't add very often.
Yeah. I took another partial here before this drop, and if it continues to make a new low here, then I'll get out of it. If we had gotten extended enough, I could have just followed the 9, but we're not extended enough from the moving averages to make the 9 or the 20 the place to stop. I mean, the 20 right now is really at my break-even point, so can't do that. But once you get a stock that's trending nicely, then the 9 and the 20 become really good support levels, an indication that, okay, the move might be over if you lose the 20. But we haven't moved up far enough to do that. So, yeah, I'm going to take everything off here, guys. I mean, we had a great move, and I want to give as little as back as possible, if any. So, really, really nice pop on NVIDIA. But, again, the continuation is kind of dried out here. So, we'll see. All right. Chinese firms place $16 billion in order for new NVIDIA chips. Wow, that's pretty good. How is NVIDIA? I mean, NVIDIA's. We'll see. 16 billion sounds like a lot, but we'll have to see.
Wow, like it's funny how people got different perspectives. Even in the chat room, like be careful, people. I'm watching some of the commentary. Somebody saying I'm adding to my short, and others are saying I'm going long at the same time. So yeah, clearly
That's awesome. Yeah.
a lot of difference of opinion.
Stay calm. GIF emoji in chat. Stay calm. Yes, stay calm is true. And yeah, the uncertainty, right, Peter? It's just you just don't know. It's a
Yeah.
lot of
I mean, I tried to,
mixed
as
pictures.
it dipped back below VWAP, I actually tried to go short two more times and stopped out very aggressively back at my break even when it dropped, but didn't continue. So,
Hmm.
yeah, I'm not trusting this. And now look at the pop higher that we're getting on
Yeah, yeah.
everything at the same time. Interestingly,
If you look at the SPY, I got it up. I got it. Well, actually, I don't have it up. I'm looking at Andrew's SPY here, SPY, and you can see that a lot of these tickers just are moving with the overall market, right? Um,
hmm
Man, if there's any luck in trading, is what stock you're watching. Because POTR almost the same move as Tesla as far as my entry signal, but much better continuation. So this would have been
right.
a really nice one. But again, I wasn't watching it. Was focused on Nvidia. So there's any like luck. There's no luck in trading, by the way. You know, you gotta know what you're doing. You gotta practice. That's one of the things. What tickers are you watching? What tickers are you getting in on? Um, Look at Nvidia go, friends. Nvidia pulled in a beautiful ABCD pattern, and rocking here. So now the 9 is starting to be more in play if you're in this. What a beautiful setup here on Nvidia right now. Same thing with Tesla moving nicely. Just bought my first SPY call in a month. Good job, Mark. Good job. Good job. Wishing you all the best. Roblox is clean. I like Roblox. My kids, well, not my kids, because the two younger ones don't play it. They play something else. My daughter loves Roblox, and we invested a couple of dollars. When I invested, we spent. It's not investing. We spent a couple of dollars buying stuff here. So we helped the cost. But you know, she's out of the trend. She's like, nah, it's not her thing no more. Like, she doesn't like it as much as other stuff that's out there.
Oh
So we
yeah.
haven't played it. We
Oh,
haven't played it in a while. Yeah, Minecraft, Peter. Minecraft is the one that's people are enjoying now. They got a movie coming out this month too. So
yeah.
Minecraft is is what she's into now.
The new hot thing, is it?
That's it. That's it. All right. Can we check NMAX? Absolutely, we can. Let's look at NMAX. I'm gonna type it in here and see what's going on. It's just wild, man. I mean, it's the risk management on this stock. Yes, we're dropping. We're down 40%, right? And you just don't know when this thing can go on a massive squeeze or drop. So right here, first of all, I don't have a strategy. I don't trust the reversal because it's too early, and there's just no strategy for me here at this point. So if you do have a strategy, just make sure your risk management is on point, man. That's the most important thing. Like, you got to have really good risk management. You know, you could literally take 50 shares and make a boatload on this thing. So just be careful. Um, yeah. James, good comment. Yeah, not trading is a skill. Absolutely. Being disciplined, not trading is a skill. That's PLTR pushes above 86.50. Getting a little toppy here, but yeah, man, what a move. You know what? I would like to get copies of your trades, guys. If you guys have good screenshots of your trade, email them to me. I would love to see those. If you're taking stuff that we looked at in the pre-market, I would love to have them and
Mm.
put it on presentation, saying, "Hey, here's what the members took." You know, that's nice. Put the strategy on there and your thought process. If you have the time to do it, I would love to see that. And you can email me at carlos@bibliotrails.com. I would love to share it to our onboarding members and all that. That'd be nice if you guys could do that. Because usually it's just seeing our trades, but I know you guys trade well too, and we'd love to see another perspective. So, yeah, send me those screenshots. Nothing fancy, very simple. Copy, paste, and that's all. NVIDIA going to 109.66. That level, if you're still in NVIDIA, if you didn't get out like me, if you didn't chicken out, Andrew will call me and say I chickened out. That 109.66 is the high of the pre-market. Halted again on the way down. Mental game. So WTF halted again on the way. Yeah, it's a gamble, man. it's this stock is, and Andrew has said this. Man, look at this. Opens up and immediately slams down again.
Yep.
And the halts are getting longer, I think, right? Like this one, this. So by the way, for those that don't know, 5 minutes, and
Correct.
then this one was 10 minutes. Just kind of
Yep.
get the madness out of this thing, and then if it happens again, does it go to 15 minutes, Peter, or it's like 10 the
No, they
max?
usually, well, it basically, it's an undisclosed amount of time. It's
Mm,
discretionary. So
okay,
they
okay.
they could hold it for half an hour if they want. But usually, it sort of depends on how quickly. Like if it opens and then drops another 10%, then they'll probably just halt it for a while and
Yeah,
just hold
yeah.
it there. If it opens and stays
Straight
open for 10 or
madness.
15 minutes before hitting another volatility signal, then they might actually go back to 5 minutes. But we'll
Yeah.
we'll have to see. It's pretty extreme territory right now.
Yeah.
Well, I tried to short Tesla again at just as it was at 260.40. I saw it holding and hesitating. Got
Mm-hmm.
out, it got a partial actually, and then out at break even. And you can see that it popped to higher. So good
Yeah.
decision to get out of that. But Tesla is still surprisingly, like we warned in the pre-market, right? Just
Mm-hmm.
because it
Mm-hmm.
was dropping so much, if you looked at the short time frame in the pre-market, doesn't mean it was necessarily going to continue. And certainly, and sure
Yeah.
enough,
Yeah.
it sort of held its level and is slowly rising here. So no big moves on Tesla, really. I mean, let's face it, it's only moved about $9, or even less, about $7 since the open, but it did move like $2 or $3 down, and then the seven up. So
Yeah.
we'll see
Yeah.
where it goes. But yeah, it's pretty
Let's
relatively
take
light.
Yeah, let's take a look at Andrew's trade here. So this is Tesla. Got in, stopped out. I'm gonna assume here he'll come and break this down at 10:30. Got in, partialed here, and you can see added, partial, and then maybe stopped out. So yeah, but got a decent move here. I don't think he's in this move now though, because he would have partial many times already here. But I don't think he's in this move. So
Mhm.
awesome. All right. Let's see here. Tesla's moving higher. Nvidia continues to go here. PLTR, man, it's 187. This was the stock of the day. Like if you trade PLTR, so good here. Um, just awesome, man. How about DJT? We talked about DJT earlier, and yeah, not really anything overly exciting here. I don't know if Paris is on today, because I think he's traveling today. I think he'll be back tomorrow. So I'll have to confirm with him, but I think he's tomorrow, I believe. I'll check. If not, we'll probably have a Eamon uh, join us here. Yeah, so yeah, just bear with us, guys. We like to keep the consistency, but again, with people's travels and getting the entire team down there for the most part, besides just a handful of people that couldn't make it, our schedules are a little bit wacky this week, but we'll be back to normal pretty soon here.
Yeah. We do at 10 have those factory orders coming out. Not really, expected to be a big impactful number, but it's the next piece of economic data to look forward to.
All right, coming up in less than 7 minutes here. Carlos and Peter, how do you know when to sell a stock? How do you predict how high a stock will go and when in a trade? No, we never know how high something's going to go. Um,
Hmm.
so there's different methods of parceling. And trade management is one of those things that's probably the hardest not to teach, because I think trade management, people do have a little bit of flexibility because they do what they feel comfortable with. Some people stick to a very strict regimen that they like to do. For example, they only want to take a partial at 2 hours. They'll take a partial at three, or not partial, or well, yeah, partial at 1 hour, 2 hours when they get to that number. You saw me trading Nvidia, right? I get out when the price action, starts showing me a little bit of weakness, or when it has moved up quite a bit from my entry.
Hmm.
Took a partial here, we made a new high. Took a partial here just because this partial, it's just because the price action is moving lower. I want to protect some of my shares and not, not give money back. This was another defensive partial. Why? Because we're taking too long. We're taking too long here, and then you can see this pull back down here, and then here I was all out because I just don't want to take the shares down to my break-even point. Obviously, works against you like it did here, right? If I would have stopped, not done these two, this thing could have rocketed up here. We could have taken more at 109. But that is my method of partialing. Somebody else that partials like, hey, I'm going to take one partial at 1R, another one at 2Rs, and I'm going to leave it until I stop out break even, can do very well here. But in other cases, right, my strategy works. Like it'll come like this, and boom, it'll come back to the VWAP. And instead of me giving this money back at break even, I'm actually making a profit on it. So you can't have your cake and eat it too. It's got to be one way or the other. And you can't plan for every single different situation that's going to benefit your trading style. Just stick to one thing that you're good at, consistent, and do it over time. And then once you look at the numbers and you say, hey, you know what? Maybe I could do this little change where I'm waiting a little bit longer, I'm taking a little bit faster. Do that with data, but not just the way you feel. Because if you go by the way you feel, it's just, you're going to be all over the place, So make small changes to what you're doing as far as trade management. All right, Tesla's pulling back a bit here. Struggling with that 109.66.
You mean NVIDIA?
NVIDIA, sorry. I'm looking at NVIDIA. Yes. Speaking of what is Tesla doing? Tesla is holding here pretty nicely, trying to go higher. Tesla always a big player. Yes, it is. Guys, remember laptop day today, so make sure hit that thumbs up. What are we sitting at? We're sitting, I'm gonna hit. I wonder if, since I'm here all the time, I wonder if I'll win one day. I do hit my thumbs up. I comment all the time. I should be like higher ranked on the list, or does it exclude moderators?
I don't know. I hit it too, so.
Yeah, I'm hitting the like right now. So I hit the like, I'm subscribed, and I commented. So I'm in. One time we did see my name. My name is in the rotation though, like you see it. So hopefully, if I win, we'll do another raffle right after that. So yeah, it would be nice. Never won anything like that. Or membership, yes, or membership. Laptop or membership. Andrew will hook you guys up. All right, friends, I'm sitting at a good spot for today, and we're going into an area where, again, the trading is a little bit tougher. The reversals are not great, and getting into stuff that's moving for me is not ideal, at least, right? So I'm not going to be actively looking for trades to take. I had a great trade on NVIDIA. Got almost about $1 and change on that, so that's good. But what are you guys trading? So let me know if you're in a trade. What are you guys trading? What are you looking at to possibly trade? As NMAX, they get above the VWAP, down to 132 and up at 158, trading horribly as far as price action goes. But the chart is moving. What is wrong with Tesla? The car or the stock? Which one? None. Nothing's wrong with Tesla. I mean, they had their delivery numbers that came out earlier. If you missed it, right?
Yeah.
At 9, and had the big drop, and actually it held here, and we're bouncing back. So everything is good on Tesla. How many shares do you guys buy with your hotkeys? You could say whatever you want. So I have two different hotkeys: buy full position, buy half position, based on number of shares. But if I'm trading like a Meta, I'm not gonna buy 500 shares on Meta, right? You could take 50 shares, 100 shares on Meta and do pretty well, even less. So sometimes I gotta type it manually if it's a stock like that. So it all depends. All depends. Video holding, PLTR. DJT, Messi, and NMAX doing some stuff. Alexander. Yes, there will be a giveaway today. It is Wednesday, every Wednesday. Andrew, if Andrew's here every Wednesday, you guys are getting something. So, yeah, hit that thumbs up, subscribe. Onboarding class. If you join us as well, we do the onboarding class on Monday. So if you haven't uh, had the opportunity to join and see the chat room, you could do that. Andrew and Brian are trading live in the chat room now, so you get a chance to see them. If you like the way Avi trades, he's in Trading Terminal Academy. You can see his live trading there. So different styles of trading, guys, that you can get access to with a membership. So take advantage. Laptop. Again? No. Wow, this is so bad. This is so bad. WTF. That is just
Oh yeah.
brutal. Another halt. So it opened up. At least it lasted a minute this time. It lasted 2 minutes before the halts happened again.
Yeah, but still, third time, third halt on the way down, never good.
That's never good, man. And the
Never
funny thing is
good.
that there's great, and Andrew has said this before. There's great traders that have been doing well, or just learning, or it's just even going sideways. If you're learning and going sideways, that's good as far as your P&L. That jumped on this thing today, trying to be a hero, and now their account is hurting. Probably even blew up, right? It's just not worth it, man. The gamble, it's just not worth it, man. It's brutal, brutal, brutal. So hopefully none of you guys are in that situation and learn from it. Like, yeah, it's great when it goes your way. You can make, again, a ton of money, but if you're stuck here, and if you're stuck here, you have not been able to get out of this halt because that can happen as well. You might not be getting filled. You're sitting here from like $16 at $12. And when it gaps down again, trust me, you're gonna get that margin call there. So, ouch, 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 ouch.
Yeah. Tesla's gone higher. Nvidia's trying at the highs here again.
Nvidia.
Apple just went green. So did
Oh man,
Microsoft.
nice, nice. Everything is going northeast. Microsoft's trying to go green here too. Yeah. NPLTR, another high, 87.15, 17. Man, oh man. See, I hate when this happens, man. I feel like I thought I had a great trade, which I did. I had an amazing trade, very happy, one and done. And everything is going up like three times my entry here. Like, come on. But it's okay. That was a mini Peter type rant. Mini. Is Andrew going to be here today? Yes, he is. He's going to be here at 10:30. 10:30, he'll come on. He'll say hello to you guys, and he'll give you guys a membership or a laptop. So we'll do that today. But we got to get those likes up. We're sitting at 423. So make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to comment, and you'll be in the drawing here. Wow, POTR is a beast, man. This stock is. Let's look at the daily. What does the daily look like? Did we close that gap yet? On the daily. If I get the right chart up. Oh no. This. I'm talking about this one here. I thought we were. I missed the last couple of days. I thought we were sitting around over here, but no, we're all the way down here. So we're actually just getting into this massive gap down. We're not even halfway. Okay. Stock's got a lot of potential. It really does. It
Well,
really
Tesla looks like
does.
it's trying to fill that gap, get back to yesterday's close. So again, like we keep warning, right? Don't make assumptions about the direction of these things. The market
Yeah.
itself moving higher this morning. Tesla, right, had that big gap down. We've already closed that entire gap that it made on the delivery numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see if we can close the rest of it, the overnight gap, and get back to green.
Yeah. And very, very nice. Nvidia hitting the high of yesterday. POTR getting a little pullback. And WTF still unfortunately screwed here. Unfortunately. Can you please mention? Oh yeah, American Airlines. Yes. So I took a swing. I find I took it from your apartment, Peter. From your not your apartment, your
Hotel.
your hotel. Yeah, yeah. Because we had the drop here. This was yesterday, and as I was messing around with the sound, I missed this beautiful entry. So it's just started going up. So I'm in around, I think it's 1025. No, I'm actually a little higher right over here. 1025. So I'm in it long term. I wanted it below 10 and I just missed it because we were messing around with getting the sound and just watching the stream. So, but yeah, I'm in on a long swing trade here. I love this stock. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm writing on the wrong screen. You guys can't see it. Right over here. Went all the way down to 992, and I'm like, oh man. So when it did that, it came back up so fast. I set an order at 10, and it never came back. Like I had a limit order here, never came back to retest it. It just kept going higher and higher. I'm like, okay, this thing's gonna leave us. So we got in around 1020, I believe, right in here. So we'll see. If it drops lower below 10, we'll add some more. Again, swing, long-term stuff. I mean, we're not looking for a couple of days. It can take a while. It did last time. It took almost 2 months, right? So it's a long-term trade. And we'll see. American Airlines does very well when it goes under 10 in a far out look, right? So that's our trade. All right, NVIDIA, let's go. POTR. All right, let's take a look at the Max 7. We got Apple, green, Meta, same thing, also went green, so that's good. Tesla we already looked at, so we know what's going on there. NVIDIA we have been looking at, so we know what the deal is there. Microsoft just below the green there. Who else am I missing? Amazon. Amazon green as well. So man, everything up. A lot of green on the screen today. Very different than our pre-market scanners. Everything is gone green so far. See if we can hold it. No, that comment is scary, Caleb. WTF as a dip buy? No way, man. Like I would never tell you guys what to do, but no, please don't do that. No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, man. And we're not financial advisors, but this I'll tell you, don't do this. Do not dip by that thing. No, 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 no. Oh no. This is the heart attack ticker, so stay away from it if you can.
You know when you haven't got enough sleep and you get cold easy. At least I do.
Yeah, it was chilly, man. Getting off the plane, I got home late. I got home and landed at 10. Actually, no, like not yeah, 10 o'clock, 9:50 something. And I came out. I'm like, man, it's chilly. It's chilly here in Jersey.
Yeah. I thought the same thing this morning as I got out, and it was -7 after enjoying the relative warmth of Vancouver.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't that warm, but it was certainly warmer than here. So.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. And we did get some sun. Got a little bit of sun, you know. A few times I've
Yeah.
been there, it's been cold, rainy, and even snow on the ground. So that was nice. All right, here we go. Stuff's pulling back a little bit. I know Andrew might be looking for a short on Tesla, so he might be looking at that. I know, James. We were laughing at this ticker. Just opened up yesterday, I think. This just IPO'd, and here they are, WTF. So they are halted right now. They should open up in. Let's see. Let's look at it. They're gonna open, I think, in a minute or so. If they're gonna hold it to 10 minutes, looks like this time. So let's see if it opens up here. Should open up right at 9. I'm sorry, 10:09:31. I think. Let's see.
Huh. You wear shorts year round there in Vancouver, Glenn. You know, I did see a couple of people with shorts. I got to say, not
Yeah.
the majority. Though.
Yeah.
So
Mainly people, there's a couple of runners. Obviously, going to wear shorts, but a couple of runners with their shorts. Some people that are walking their dog with their shorts. But not the majority, like you said. Everybody loves to run in Vancouver. Everybody's running. Oh, look at that. Gap down and WTF just opened up as scheduled. It's going to get halted again. There it is. This thing is going to zero. It's an April Fool's stock. This thing is going to zero. Don't trade this garbage, man. It's unbelievable. There's better ways to lose your money. Come to Atlantic City if you're nearby. Go to Vegas. There's better ways. And it'll last probably much, much longer. But not this. And you can't short it when track the broker. So anybody stuck in here is stuck on the long side. There it is. Another halt for another possibly 10 minutes. Halted at 10, 10, 10. Messy. Peter, what do you think about Mountain Pass on SMCI? Might be a little late for that entry now.
Yeah, it's too early. I mean, too late now if you're going to do it because the mountain pass is passed. But it wouldn't have qualified for me. It's too early in the day. Yes, it's got the pattern, absolutely, just from a candlestick pattern. But the other criteria in terms of big volume spike at high of day, having cleared all the levels, the fact that did it just above the previous day close, are reasons why I wouldn't have liked it. So. Yeah. Plus, I said I don't usually trade them before about quarter after 10.
Yeah.
I am short a few shares of Tesla here. I was trying to.
Nice. You and Andrew are thinking alike.
Entry was a lot later than it should have been, but.
I see Andrew's also short. Took a partial already towards that. What's that line there? That's how some moving average looks like. But yeah, he just took a partial there.
See, I'm not normally in the same trade at the same time with Andrew. So
no, you guys are thinking alike, man. Good.
The same entry too.
Yeah.
That's. I think I got in 2 minutes before him, so I've got actually a little bit better of an entry. But.
Yep. Yeah, James. I'm looking at the SPY, but I'm on a different screen here, and it's just again Tesla following the overall market right now. Market's pulling back, Qs are pulling back, so I do have them on a different screen here, just to see what they're doing. And again, everything just following the overall market. And so it'll be so interesting going into the tariff announcement from the president scheduled that. After the close, like at 4, but he's usually not on time with these things, so it'll probably be a little bit later.
Tesla definitely getting some support, a little bit of a pop back. See, Andrew stopped out of his trade because I've got a slightly better entry. I can hang on a little longer here.
Okay, nice.
This move. If it continues to go to the top side, or this is just a little pullback and it's going to drop again.
Yep.
Looks like it might come and stop me out. There we go. I just got stopped at my break even. So.
Yeah, I wonder if we're going to get into this choppy mode, man, all the way into the close. Hopefully not, because that's hard for trading. But we might. We might just kind of, why go in on anything until we have what the administration wants to do, right? So we could see some of that. But we had some, it was a really nice open, guys. POTR, I mean, we had some really good moves. Even NVIDIA didn't get the entire move, but got a pretty good part of it. Tesla, see, and Peter, it's a great example here. You see how clean Tesla looks like on a 5-minute? Let me show you the 5-minute. Mm-hmm. But me and you saw how this thing formed. So somebody could be sitting and say, oh, man, what a great long. But me and you were looking at the details, because you were trading as well. It was not that clean. It's a lot of pullbacks. It was very difficult to trade. I know you try going short and long and just had a hard time with it. So did Andrew as well. I saw some of his trades. It was just not that clean. So sometimes, guys, you might look at a chart and say, "Oh, that's beautiful. I could have made a ton of money." Depends how that price action formed, right? Dead
Right.
charts are always can be deceiving at times.
Mm-hmm.
Tariff news incoming. Yeah, but ain't that that's a four, right? Matthew, that's later at the end of the day, unless something's out that I'm not aware of earlier. Is that what you're saying? Just confirming. Checking Benzinga, making sure we don't miss anything. CRWB. Let's take a look. CRW. Oh, not typing in the right place. Oh, NMAX is joining the halting party there. Yes,
Yeah,
another scary one.
NMAX seems to have been halted.
CRWD, Core Weave. Yeah, this thing is. I don't think I ever looked at this. Look at the daily. Oh,
No,
recent
this was on.
IPO.
It was on Jared's list, and I thought maybe he meant crowd, but it seems not. He actually meant
Yeah,
this.
and this
I
is
don't
a
know if he
recent
ended up
IPO. This is just
yep,
opened up last week. Yeah,
last week. Yeah.
so doing well so far. Let's see if it can hold this momentum. Um, Core Weave, is that like a quantum thing? What is Core Weave? Company. Curious.
Software
Mm.
services company.
Cloud-based GPU. Okay, that's the business now. Everybody wants cloud-based.
AI
Go
AI
figure.
focused. Yeah.
That's the. It's a new world. I don't think it's a bubble, guys. AI is not a bubble. This thing is happening, sticking around.
Mm.
It's not like
Their website
NFTs.
calls them the AI hyperscaler for GPU cloud computing. So
Mm. It's doing very well. Very nice.
mm.
Uh,
Well, like we were saying before the open, keep in mind, right? The markets. I'm looking at overall volumes, relatively low. Apple 45% relative volume. Tesla, of course, is over because they had the delivery numbers sitting at 150% volume, so they're getting it. But even in Nvidia sitting at 75%. Most of the other semis sitting around 50 to 60%. Amazon, Google, Meta, Microsoft, all well under their average volume. So, not unexpected. We expect a lot of the volume to sit on the sidelines as we're waiting for this tariff announcement, which is supposed to come out from the White House after the closing bell at 4 o'clock. So, unless there's a leak of that data, or that information as to what it's going to mean, probably the markets are going to close fairly quiet. I think, again, just because that's my assumption doesn't mean it's going to happen. I said, with the big asterisks on there, that as long as there's no, data leak, or they choose to move up the press conference, or release things early. I mean, that's happened in the past too. So, but assuming that no data comes out about the tariffs, I think the markets are going to be probably choppy for the rest of the day.
yeah, yeah. We're starting to see some of that choppiness, man. We're just not getting the continuation. We're not
Mm.
seeing it. So, you can see here Nvidia is just back and forth between the high of the pre-market and I'm sorry, the high of yesterday and the VWAP, just back and forth. And NMAX hurting some people here. Halt on the way down. DJT sideways. POTR. Great move at the open, but kind of settling down above the VWAP. So yeah, we're seeing a very very tough time to trade. So hold your ammo for the. I wonder how some of these stocks would look after the announcements today. So there might be some plays after hours. You got to be careful, but definitely tomorrow we'll see the heavy volume come in, and after everybody has dissected the news, it'll be nice to see how we can play here, play that catalyst. All right, friends. Hit that thumbs up. Reminder: today is laptop day or membership, so make sure you slam that thumbs up. Can we get above 100? Let's see if we could do above 500. Excuse me, 500. Can we? That'd be nice if we could do that. We're sitting at 444. Yeah, let's
Here
try
we
to get
go. Cool.
a
Oh,
little bit more.
sorry. NMAX just opened again.
Oh yeah, let's take a look. All right.
Now it's below. Well, it's at 130. Look at the spread on this thing. $2.
It's so bad,
Hard
man.
to borrow.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's gonna slam
rough.
down, man. This thing's halted again. Watch.
Oh,
Let's see.
look at that. Went from
119.70.
132. I saw the ask could go from 132 to 126 in like the blink of an eye. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
it's tough.
yeah, yeah.
DJT. Is there some news on DJT? It's getting a pop up right now.
DJT. Whoa, look at that. Look at that.
Let's
DJT
see
doing
any
some
news
stuff.
on it.
That's good volume. That is big volume right there. 500,000. This 1 minute candle. What are they doing? They're signing up with something. That is good. Let's see if it can stick. I saw something way earlier, but had nothing to do with this move because it was very, very early on. Oh yeah, you talked
Well,
about it. You talked about it a little bit this morning with DJT,
mhm.
but it's got to be something new
Yeah.
that's driving this. Selly Trader, yeah. Usually when speaking of BBT membership, yeah. If you win, Andrew, he'll let you pick. Normally that's what he does. He might do it a little bit different, but normally that's what he does. DJT earnings today? No, they won't have earnings in the middle of the day. Very rarely do we see that. Does any company report during the middle of? I don't think so. I don't think we
Not
ever seen
usually,
that.
no.
Yeah,
No. Nothing that we follow.
yeah,
It's either pre-market or after the close. So
right. They could report intentions or forecasts. We've seen that, but not actual earnings. And I thought DJT already reported. I thought, but again, I'm not sure. We don't follow this ticker like that.
yeah, this company doesn't move based on earnings though, because it's not they're not making a lot of money.
Yeah.
DJT.
Saeed, I remember your name because you did win last time. No, Andrew's pretty fast at emails, man. He gets 300 plus emails a day. He responds pretty quick. But the last week, he's been, with the program and the event, he's been very, very busy. So, but we'll make sure you get that response. But yeah, he's pretty good. I'm surprised how good he is with emails, given the amount he receives. But again, it's been all hands on deck since the last, especially towards the last 2 weeks in coming up to this event. Everything's gonna come getting back to normal between this week and next, back to normal. But yeah, we'll get you set up, man. No question, no question. All right, DJT. Let's see. POTR, Nvidia, Tesla. Yeah, man, it's just a lot of sideways nonsense right now.
I was
Yeah.
just seeing the note that you were talking about from Syed. Syed, yeah, if you've emailed Andrew and you haven't heard from him for a while, don't hesitate to email again. Just say that you're following up. Get it to the top of that inbox, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Getting a pop up here on the markets. Apple, green, and just made a new high of day. Tesla looking like it wants to move higher, but very slow at doing it.
Yeah. Very excited. It's the first time you won something good, man. I haven't won yet, so I'm excited for you. I want to win just to win. I don't need it. I just want to win just to win. Then I'll give it away, but I want to win. That's all. Like, I want to win, you know? All right. Excellent. Yeah, a girl trader, everybody's different, right? Some people, if you don't have a computer and you need one, great. But if you have one, yeah, if you have a computer, membership is the way to go. No question. If you have any way of getting on, then yeah, absolutely membership. No redraw if you win. I got to pick your favorite YouTuber. Nah, that'll be too hard. That'll be extremely difficult. We got some. You guys are awesome. So I won't pick a favorite. You guys are great, man. Really, really great. Tesla. We had a member. I'm not sure if he's on now. I'll give him a shout out a little bit later too. This member, him and his sons. He got two sons. They watch the
Mm.
show every morning. So that's awesome. He was telling about his story. He's like, their sons are in the background listening into us, Peter. So shout out to him. I told him to email me his son's name, and he forgot. And I checked my email this morning. I didn't see it. So if he does email me, we'll shout them out by name. So it'll be nice if they can
Well,
hear us shouting them out there.
there's a lot of father son trader duos out there for sure. We
Yeah.
had one present at the conference. If
Yes.
Yash is listening, Yash is a Bearable Traders member and high school student trading with his dad, and
Mm-hmm.
he's already got a couple of years worth of experience. Loves the markets. Actually presented, as I said, at our TEDx conference. So
Yeah.
it was
Yeah. It's awesome, man. Awesome. Awesome. Do $1 million giveaway. If we get a million subscribers, we'll do a Tesla giveaway. But $1 million, I'm not sure if
that's a yeah,
that's
that's a
a
big
little.
giveaway.
It's a good giveaway. Yeah, yeah. What do you think this is? The Mr. Beast channel? Or what's going on here?
Yeah,
Uh, we'll hit some kind of milestone. We'll do something great. But yeah, 1 million subscribers. Andrew's giving a Tesla. Well, I don't know if he
or
wants
is
to
it?
give a. I don't know if he wants to give a
We're not.
Tesla away now. We have to think what we give away. Some people
Yeah,
might not
that'd be
want
a
a
lot of
Tesla.
money. That's like Elon in Wisconsin money.
Yeah, yeah. A year supply of eggs. Well, yeah, our membership of a year. Not altogether because I don't think you can go
Okay.
through all those eggs,
Yeah.
but a membership of supply of monthly supply of eggs. Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
that
All right. Well,
could be good.
yeah. Maybe we prefer the $1 million than that, 'cause it might be cheaper.
That could be more expensive
Yeah,
than eggs. I agree.
the whole egg thing is funny because egg prices in Canada have increased, but nowhere near apparently what they increased in the U.S. Because I guess there was the
Yeah,
whole bird flu thing, right, that caused that that increase in egg prices so drastically across a lot of the U.S. that
yeah, yeah,
I understand didn't affect Canadian farmers as much. So
yeah. It's the madness. DTF. Let's see what DTF is doing. Oh, that's not a ticker. FOMO, you put DTF. Let's see, and I'm like, okay, let's see what DTF is doing. But DTF is one of our members. He's here in chat. So
yeah.
you got me, man. I can't tell no more with WTF, Futu, and soon STFU. I don't know what's what anymore. I don't know if you're cursing the markets or telling me to look at WTF, which, by the way, is halted on the way up now. So
Yeah.
liberal science of life.
People are now trying to give away my car. What are you guys trying to give everything away?
How do we get here?
Yeah,
How do we end up
that's
here?
I ain't give
Oh
away my
man,
car.
no, you love your baby, man.
I do.
Tesla, Nvidia,
I have a chance to ride
absolutely
in Andrew's ride.
nice.
Sounds good starting up. You gotta love the Lambo how they give you that fighter jet start button, right? You gotta flip up the red switch.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
just just for effect. That's entertaining.
Nice, nice. Man, this is we're in messy times right now, guys. So again, I just want to remind. I know I said it a couple of times, but just one more time. If you're having a tough time, even like PLTR, look how beautiful this was, and now it's just turned into just a mess of garbage back and forth, really tight range. So again, just if you're struggling here, just save your ammo. Tomorrow we're gonna have more opportunities. I'll tell you that much. Even later in the day today, like we still only 10:30, we're gonna have opportunities. So just sit tight. Uh, Sit tight here. NVIDIA. Peter drives a 911 Turbo
Yes,
966
sir.
series. There you go, man. Beautiful car though. You have it in great
Lovely.
condition. So that's awesome. Looks
Yeah.
nice. Is there a specific time you stop trading? For example, 12 p.m. Yes, there is. Usually I don't go past 11. But now the market is crap, really. Right now, some of these stocks are trading like crap. I already had a great trade on Nvidia as a 5 minute ORB. Let me show you the 5 minute. Looks so clean on this thing. I gotta take a screenshot. Look how clean that 5 minute is, right? Doesn't always happen like that, but today it did. So I'm not reluctant to take any trades right now, especially with the way the market is right now. But usually, normally around 11 o'clock, I don't take trades anymore. Peter actually is doing the opposite. He normally doesn't trade at this time. Peter's usually trading throughout the day, right? Reversals, mountain pass, or 1 to 10. So you don't have a set time, Peter, when you stop. You just watch the market. When there is an opportunity, you take your trade, right?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah. So everybody has their time when they're good at. And if you don't know your time, journal, and the journal is going to tell you when you're good at, right? After a couple of trades, gathering data, you go back and look at your journal and you say, okay, I'm making money in the morning, giving it back at this time, or I'm doing well here, not doing well here. Then you start avoiding those times. At least at first, you can always adjust as you go. Wow, we couldn't get to 500, huh? 467. So we're struggling for the 500 likes. Oh no, 478. Oh, we're right there. Okay, we're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna
Come
push
on, we
through
can get
here.
this. Who
We're
hasn't
gonna
hit the
go
button
long.
yet?
Yeah, let's get a squeeze going. Come on, guys. Let's squeeze the thumbs down here. Let's squeeze them. So they're gonna have to go long
Thumbs
on us.
down.
Or
Yeah.
if they hit the thumbs down, we're gonna squeeze them into thumbs up. Or if they haven't hit the thumbs up, we're gonna squeeze them so they're forced to hit the button. Let's see. That's NVIDIA. Let's try to do some stuff. I'm bad at 4 hours of the day. FOMO fo, you'll be fine, man. Just keep at it. Keep practicing. Practice, practice, practice. Um, let's fake them out. Let's go. Yes, laptop, guys. Laptop today. Andrew will be joining us here in a second. He is long TQQ right now. TQQ is going green. So he got long a couple of minutes ago. So he's got a decent entry here. And there he goes, partial on TQQ. So nice.
Jeez whiz.
Yeah.
WTF. Has been open more than 2 continuous minutes. It's like, this is crazy
So bad, man.
chart.
Look at this
Yeah,
thing.
look at that. That is horrid. Absolutely
It's
horrid.
just garbage, man. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Oh man.
So yeah, that is crazy. Um so yeah, I think we do have as far as what to do if you have FOMO, we have tons of real good psychology webinars, man, that go into that. Mike has done a great job. He has these 6 modules in our education center that are awesome, right? About all psychology stuff. So I highly recommend you check them out. You could join for $19, I think it is. Get a trial for a week, and I believe you get access to those. I have to confirm. But check that. Check tradingterminal.com as well, Academy. And there's videos there as well, psychology and also technical stuff. But what to do with FOMO? I mean, it's one of those things where you just gotta understand that over time it's gonna get better. I'm not gonna say because I have FOMO sometimes. I have FOMO in NVIDIA today, but I'm not gonna act on it. And it just comes with building discipline. Like I don't think there's one set thing. Oh, hey, do this and you're gonna stop it. No, it's just a series of things that eventually end up in you being more disciplined. At the end of the day, it's all discipline, to be honest. So, Peter, what's your thoughts on that?
No, I agree with you wholeheartedly. It is discipline at the end of the day, and we talk about that repeatedly in all of our webinars and material because it's this is not you versus the market. Largely, it's you versus you, and it's not a technical game; it's a mental game.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
keep that in mind.
All right, 502. We did it, guys. We squeezed the thumbs up. Awesome, man. Good job. Good job. 502. Sweet, sweet. Now, don't think about reversing on us, though. Let's not do any type of mountain pass on our likes. Let's keep it there, nice and neat. Will be awesome. Andrew should be coming on here any second now. He so he should be coming on here and yeah, good day. So far, discipline and risk management are two key factors. Yes, no matter what you trade, options, crypto, doesn't matter. I read this book. Andrew used to, if you remember, Peter, when Andrew used to have these books, he used to recommend. One of them was Millionaire Trader.
Mm,
Was on the
yeah,
website. Yes, so he has. That was one of them. And if you look at um, that book, you have it.
yeah.
Oh, look at you, Peter. Clutch. I didn't. I had no idea
There
you
you
had that
go.
book. That one right
Yeah,
there. Yes.
there you go.
Really,
That's
really
the one.
great book. I did the audio, but that book, there's if you look at all the traders, they all trade very different. They all have different style. One trader, he is kind of like John. He only looks at a certain amount of stocks, right? The other trader is trading commodities. Someone else doing this and that. And the one thing they all have in common is how important risk management is and discipline. That's just the entire book is just about that. Like no matter what you're trading, your size, big or small, if you don't have good risk management and discipline, it doesn't matter. You're going to lose money. So that's how important that is. It's really, really critical. Cool, man. I didn't know you had that book. That's awesome.
Yeah, I was looking for another book the other day and just ran across that. So I
Mm.
must have lent it out. I was looking for my Jack Schwager book because he's one who does a whole series about trading wizards, and he's
Yeah.
interviewed a lot of millionaire traders, and interesting insight, similar insight to what you just mentioned. But it's always
Yeah.
interesting to hear other trader stories. So I said I can't find it for the life of me, so I must have lent it to somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
And a little bit
Spies
of
going the other
a
way.
pullback in the market here. Yeah.
Hmm. Um, yeah, that's it right there. Millionaire traders, how every day people are beating the Wall Street at its own game. Yep, that's it. Mountain Pass on SMCI. What time frame are you looking at for the
Mm.
Mountain Pass? Because I don't.
So yeah, somebody had asked about that earlier. So yeah, same answer.
Yeah, no, it's
Doesn't
not
qualify
looking
for
good.
me.
Mm-hmm.
Too. Right now, it's just going flat. But even earlier in the day, it was just too early in the day for me.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, friends. All right, I see Brian's got his book map.
Carlos.
Hey, good morning, man. How are you?
I am good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Let me get the audio in the room. Uh, Here we go. All right, so audio should be in the room, and we'll confirm that Brian
Everybody
can hear
wants
us.
the laptop. Don't worry, Andrew's here.
He's
He's
here.
coming.
Stay calm. All is well. Well, listen, for those that are still here, we had like like 850, 900. So a few people left. So now you got a better chance. So, waiting pays off. Waiting pays off. So hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and we will make sure you guys are in the little ruffle there. Andrew will do a little bit later. But first, let's see how he did. Because I saw here in screens a couple of trades, but I haven't seen how the actual is because I can't hear him. Um, Brian, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, so we've having lots of fun trading Tesla this morning. What have you guys
Nice.
been trading?
Nvidia for me, Tesla for Brian. So I had a good 5 minute RB on Nvidia. It didn't survive the pullback coming towards my break even. I should have, but unfortunately got out a little bit early. But other than that, yeah, good trade on Nvidia and one and done for today. So just we'll see
Awesome.
how the
Yeah,
news this afternoon
I
does.
mean, the big man, the real ripper this morning was one of them was PLTR.
Yeah.
Anybody caught that one? That was trading close to yesterday's low as we went into market open. Um, It just was bouncing off yesterday's low, basically. And as soon as the market opened, man, that thing just ripped out of the gate here. Um, yeah, and interesting. Some interesting of note. AMD actually has been green a few times during the day, and Nvidia has not even poked its head above there. So AMD
Hmm.
uh, getting more love than Nvidia this morning.
Yeah, yeah, see that.
So yeah, good trades, everybody. Some people here take some trades on PLTR. That would have been the trade du jour for a long trade for sure.
Yep, yep.
So I shorted Tesla right at the open. Got a really nice drop on it. I was trading options like I like to do with Tesla. So trading the 260, 262.50s. So just basically bought some puts right at the open because I just saw it breaking down there. And then we threw like a bit of the doji candle on the 2 minutes, so got out of the rest of them. And I think Andrew caught the move to the upside. I caught a bit of it, and yeah, so had a it's been a great market to day trade for sure. Maybe not so much to swing trade. Sergio, you caught PLTR, very nice, very nice. Hopefully got good move on that. Same Paul. Hopefully trade that as an open breakout.
Hey, Brian. Brian, can you hear me? Your
Mhm.
audio went a little funky. You want to refresh your VMix link because it sounds like you're underwater. For it just went bad. It was really good
Okay,
for, but yeah, try doing that.
okay.
That's good now.
No, I was going to sound that, but I think
Oh, yeah.
he already hit the button. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, good morning, everybody on YouTube. How are you guys doing? It's a really, really good trading day for me. Um, wow, we're gonna get something away, huh? Membership, laptop, bootcamp. That's awesome. I had a pretty good trading day. We traded, what did we trade it? We traded Tesla long at the open. Um, that was a very nice trade. And then I did a TQQ trades for the red to green. That was also pretty nice. And so yeah, if you see my screen, so we did a red to green on TQQ, and that was pretty good. We also did a long on Tesla. That let me show you exactly. So I opened for 1 minute opening range break up. I went so this is a 1 minute. I went long, got stopped out, but it came back up again. So went long, added more, and then it popped up. So that was nice. Eventually, I missed the big move, but it was a pretty nice situation trading on there. And yeah, so that was a pretty good day. Then I tried to mess around with my
Yeah,
trading stuff on TQQ, but I don't know. I haven't really figured this thing out because I put a trading stop at 58.45 for 20 cents, but it seems that I got a stop that at 58.31. It wasn't quite 20 cents, or maybe I got. Oh, it hit that and then it bounced back, so I got to stop that at 58.31. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, this was like a slippage for me. So Keith is asking, why did you take a second entry on Tesla? So Tesla was, at the open, if I want to go look at my screen, at the open really gapped down, sold off from all the way to the low of the day around 252, but really quickly bounced back. And then there was a really, really nice buying pressure order flow on the first 2 minutes. And because it was extended to the VWAP, usually these stocks go and test the VWAP. First, I went there long and I got a stop out, came back up again at 253.67. That was the second time that I did it because, again, the candlestick at 933 was super bullish. And I think the whole market in that time was rallying as well. So if you look at the QQQ and SPY, both of them were really rallying. So the market really helped. So Brian also had a couple of nice good trades.
Yeah. So yeah, I just went over my trade just before you got in the room. Shorted Tesla right at the open. So, and I've had a few other little shorts since then. Got a nice short just recently in this about 10 minutes ago when it started to break down, and then got down to the VWAP. Should have taken it long again off the VWAP there. That would have been a nice VWAP bounce trade. But yeah, we don't, there's some things that we just don't typically trade in our room. One of them is penny stocks, low float stocks, tend to stay away from those. You can make some really good money, but you can also blow up your account with them. And IPOs I find challenging to trade. I mean, it's just not something we like to trade, or at least I like to trade, because they don't tend to be as predictable. I mean, the problem for me is like again, we always talk about you need to have a trading plan, and your trading plan sort of dictates what trade setups you're going to take, and it's difficult to have a trading plan for. At least I find it so. I mean, other people do it. It's just not something I do, and I don't think Andrew. I have never seen you trade an IPO either. IPOs have been kind of few and far between here anyway. We did have that CoreWeave one, but that was haven't seen a lot of IPOs. The market hasn't really been they haven't been rolling a lot out in the last year, couple of years.
So let's do the giveaway.
Yeah, guys, hit that thumbs up button if you've been enjoying the show with Peter and Carlos.
Ready, guys? Let's do a membership. 1 year of membership at our community.
Oh wow, that's worth its weight. And you will if you get that, you'll be so much value to you. So much knowledge you can gain from that membership.
Ajay Rigil. Ajay Rigil. Do we have Ajay Rigil? Do we have Ajay Rigil?
So, yeah, you're announcing it before it showing up on YouTube because because the feed is delayed.
Ajay Rigil. So here, check. So say it again. Yeah, I saw him actually. Yeah, congratulations. Yeah, so such is life. Some people win, some people don't. Yous are doing nothing. Tesla,
Now,
Tesla is
NVIDIA
hard.
is really, yeah, NVIDIA has done nothing. It's just for the last half hour, it's kind of chopped in a range. Same with the Qs. We're just kind of hanging around yesterday's close. SPY might break out here. It's trying. It's definitely in an uptrend. 560 QQQ SPY calls trading at 345. Let's look at the 561s. There's still a lot of premium in those 561s. 289, $2.89.
All right, Qs and SPY are going green again.
Yeah, all the indexes are green now. We've got the IWM is up the most.
Yeah,
It's
IWM
because
is
I think because yeah, Tesla's starting to break out again. I'll take a bit of a long on the SPY options. Call options 561s. See if we get a continuation here.
yeah, Qs and everything. So how was your trading at the YouTube, guys? So Azak is asking, why did you get stopped out in portions but not in the same time? For which trade are you saying? For TQQ? For TQQ, I was testing a trailing stop, and I put only 1,000 share, and I got stopped out on that because I want to use that trading stop a little bit more. I wasn't really sure how to use that. I should know, but um, that's the one. But I usually get stopped out all at the same time. I mean, that's the way it should be.
Cues. Let's see a breakout here. Feels like it wants to go. Big order on Tesla at 264. It's going to go here. Here it goes Tesla 264. Speeding into that area of liquidity. Come on, SPY, you can do it. stays too long here, I'm gonna bail on it, because if it keeps trying to get higher and there's just no buyers to push it higher, I'm gonna have to exit the trade. But right now, let's see what we do here on this push.
TQQ.
All right, I'm gonna get out of it. I don't really feel like we've got a lot of buying. Volume is really dropping off here as we get into the day. So big big event, 4 o'clock, um, the so-called Liberation Day. All the
He's asking,
announcements on tariffs.
he's asking how
We'll
much
see
you pay
what's
taxes
what's
on
in.
$1 million profit. So in $1 million profit in Canada, in the first $500,000, you pay 11% tax. And then for the rest of it, you pay 28% tax. That's a corporate tax. And then that money stays in the corporation. And then if you want to withdraw it, you have to pay another 50% tax on it. So if it's only 1 million, the total would be $200,000 in corporation. Yeah, it's pretty. Canada is not a very tax-friendly country, that's for sure.
Some things are good. Like we don't inheritance. I know in the States they have inheritance tax. We don't have inheritance tax.
I think up to $10 million is exempt in the US, which is probably good enough for most of
Yeah,
the people.
yeah.
So if you inherit up to $10 million in US, I think it's tax-free. Then after that, I think there is a tax.
Right. Yeah, there's the breakout on the SPY.
Yeah, breakout on Tesla. So let's see. I still
Yeah.
have some TQQ. Let's see if we can get to 59.
Yeah, Tesla got through that 264.
So Teddy, the first $500,000 in Canada is called a small businesses tax exemption. So usually the tax is only 11%, which is good. You know, you make $500,000, you pay like $55,000 in taxes. But anything above that in British Columbia, taxed at 28%. In Alberta is like 24%. Anything above that. So on a $1 million, the first $500,000 taxed at 11%. The second $500,000 taxed at 28%. The average would be like something like 20%. Um, and that's corporate tax. So my account is corporate. So it's a corporate tax that I'm paying, but the money stays in the corporation. If I want to withdraw it for my personal use, then I have to pay another 50% tax on it. But usually you want to keep the money inside the corporation. It's a tax deferral system. So you don't want to really withdraw the money. I mean, most of my money are in corporation. I personally pay myself salary, $150,000. And then you pay, income tax on that $150,000. But the good thing about the corporations is most of your expenses are on the corporation. So a lot of money that I am spending are like travels, a lot of food, internet, phone. These kind of things are all the corporation. And this is something that I read in Rich Dad Poor Dad book. That a lot of your travels are, most of it are part of the corporation. And I did got audited twice, and they accepted that. Like I put all the explanation. I created a huge spreadsheet for them. They audited my travel, marketing expenses, and some other categories. And yeah, it took a lot of time, but I prepared a huge spreadsheet and explained what are they, all of them and stuff, and he was okay with that. And that's very important for people, because the corporation, is you spend the pre-tax money. When I buy a $1,000 airline ticket from my corporation, it's very different from when someone who's employee buys $1,000, because that guy already paid 50% tax on that money. I haven't paid tax on that $1,000. So that real cost for that employee was $2,000, because he already spent 50% tax. For me, it's just $1,000. And that's what, when I read in the Rich Dad Poor Dad book, that everything, all the income should go into the corporation, because you spend money before tax. It's different countries by countries, but yeah, it's very important. Like no, the professional trading is, I think the category for professional trading is actually start trading money with other people's, trading with other people's money. That's what makes you a professional trader. When you're managing other people's money, then that's a completely different game. Brian, you're also a corporation.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And yeah, all the advantages you talked about, paying a lot of expenses with money that hasn't been taxed yet. So it's a very big advantage. All right. Well, I'm going to grab some breakfast now. It looks like, again, we're kind of choppy. PLTR broke out, then pulled back again. SPY is just slowly grinding higher right now. We're just following the 9 EMA up. So, yeah, good day overall. Uh, yeah, I do trade through corporation as well. But you don't have to do that. I mean, in Canada, you can just, if you don't trade a lot, you can just, um, if you just want to trade, you can just trade just like an individual. I think in Canada, I think they don't consider you to be a day trader unless you do like 100 trades a day, something crazy. So at least that's what I think. So don't take that to the bank, but because I'm not a financial advisor, but you can just if you do a number of trades a day, you can just declare it as either capital gains or capital losses at the end of the year. So, but you don't get that advantage to consider yourself a business. But again, if you don't have a lot of business expenses, if you don't travel a lot, like Andrew travels a lot. I travel a little bit on business, so of course that helps. And yeah, phone, internet, all paid for with before tax dollars. All right, AMD just went green again. Just did a funky move like AMD usually does. All right, we'll catch everybody later. I'll grab some breakfast.
Yeah, thank you so much, Brian. Appreciate that.
Cheers.
Yeah, it's 8, so it's 11. Um,
Remember to give us a thumbs up if you haven't already, like, and we'll hopefully see you all tomorrow. We'll see what happens. See what when the dust settles after this big rose garden announcement later today. Cheers.
yeah, cheers. And yeah, see you guys tomorrow in the chat, guys. Today is Wednesday, and we should have some really good webinars. Let me go check out who's today. Webinars today on Wednesday. We have Dr. Kenneth Reed, bear market psychology. So we're not quite in bear markets right now, but when you are seeing actually the price action is quite like a bear market is really, really trading very volatile, and it's actually very important to have that bear market psychology. And Dr. Kenneth Reed has probably seen a couple of bear markets in himself. Probably he see dot-com bubble, financial crisis, pandemic, and 2022 bear market. So it would be a very, very interesting. So it's 8 p.m. Eastern time and the webinar room for all elite members. And if you're not really, guys, an elite member, you can just join us on a 50% discount that we have. And if you sign up for bootcamp, we'll give you 1 year of membership as well. Bootcamp is also coming with a $50,000 funded training account. Yeah, so the link for the bootcamp and all the information is here. You can always, email me, andrew@bearbulltraders.com, if you have any question. I'll forward you all the information that is necessary. So I'm still on TQQ. Let's see, TQQ is gonna break to 59, but this is what I'm gonna do. If it goes a little bit higher, I want to play around with this trailing stop and see if I can put like a 30 cents trailing stop on that. So Rich T, yeah, if you sign up for a PCT bootcamp, email me and I refund you the credit for the summit. Just only for the bootcamp, which comes with 1 year membership, but not only the membership by itself, because the membership is like $1,000 now. You paid $500, $600 for the summit. It doesn't really make sense. But the bootcamp is a higher price, so we actually credit you on that. Just sign up to the bootcamp and email. Yeah, you can do the September. Okay, you can sign up now. You can join the next one and go through the pre-essential materials. Today, Mespa, I don't think we have any seminar today because I think Avi is skiing, so he's not really having the membership unless there's anyone else doing a lead webinar. Oh, Dr. Shannon, Vanessa, is it today, Mike? We go to the webinar room. There's a scheduled calendar in there. Today, well, yeah, Vanessa is coming, but Pierre is traveling today, so Dr. Vanessa is 1 hour. So yeah, that's why it's locked. Awesome. So Mike, I'll see you. I'll see you in the chat. Yeah, I'll see you at the office in 1 hour. Yeah. Oh, 9:30. Yeah, sure. To Thor, and thanks, guys. YouTube, see you tomorrow morning, guys. And again, we had an amazing event. Really, really amazing event we had on in Vancouver. The pictures and videos are coming soon. And yeah, again, thanks everybody who came and made it a huge success. I really appreciate what you guys did. And yeah, that was amazing.
All right, guys, over on YouTube. We're going to have an early day today because Paris is traveling. But again, as we mentioned, we'll be back to normal tomorrow. So take care, guys. Trade safe. Look forward to tomorrow. Remember, we got so much action coming up in the next couple of hours. So be careful. A lot of stuff looking good right now with a little bit of a bounce. So take care. Hit that thumbs up. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.